my sideshow, enjoy the free admission. The drama club isn't accepting submissions. Done with all that bullshit, this family's nothing to fuck with. Unless you really want it, then we'll add you to that hit list. Tried to prevent these events to such extent, I gave in. I was hell-bent, I still lost you in the end. I take 2 steps forward, and I take 3 steps back. You can hear the contradiction, maybe I really am a psychopath. The meaning in life, it's not a secret that you keep. It's days and weeks of feeling weak, no sleeping and repeat. Lose your mind and then you find it and get buried underneath the happiness, the pain, and you be getting no relief. What the fuck am I saying? All you faggots paying attention. God blessed you with ears, but you idiots never listen. I guess in what I'm saying, since there is no comprehension, my bleeding heart fell apart, let it be your intervention. Lean back, come on, get relaxed. Take another hit, headed for a relapse. Lose your mind with me. Lose your mind with me. Lean back, come on, get relaxed. Take another hit, headed for a relapse. Lose your mind with me. Lose your mind with me. I sit back and I reflect and I think about the past. It's set in stone, I have to view it through the glass. Made a lot of mistakes, I'm learning to adapt. I sit alone and overanalyze the aftermath. No straight and narrow, always seeking out a shortcut. And in the further back, see me playing catch up in the days of sit and wonder, are my days really numbered? Shit, I don't know, but I ain't getting any younger. Not made up, but I made up. I suggest that you just keep a zip. Had to lose my brother to learn the value of relationships. I can't forget, I take myself a little trip down memory lane. It's as real as it gets. Sometimes I scare myself from what I really might do. I keep telling you, I've got a couple screws loose, but you refuse to believe the things that I say to you. That's okay, you can join me in the institute. Lean back, come on, get relaxed. Take another hit, headed for a relapse. Lose your mind with me.
Guys, I'm trying to make sure Odyssey's working right quick. Okay, Odyssey's up. I have to change the title everywhere. It didn't update for some reason, so I'm working on that. Give me a minute.
Lose your mind with me. I am back, I am better than ever. I survived a little storm and kept my own shit together. But aside my desperation, I was seeking desperate measures. There's a change up in the season, and I'm just a little weathered. There's a thin line between happiness and misery. Pursue the truth, life is not a fucking mystery. Get a clue, common sense is not.
Oh yeah, I can't post on Facebook for 3 days. So the title's wrong on Facebook, in case you're interested.
I'm on that next level, balanced and I'm centered. Pain is dangerous, it seems to be my motivator. I'm the type to shoot first and ask the questions later. Can't.
Damn, I'm way behind.
I send him messages, 1,000 prayers with no reply. Can't call my nightmares with a motherfucking lullaby. So fire up that cigarette, pour a shot that multiplies. Lean back, come on, get relaxed. Take another hit, headed for a relapse. Lose your mind with me. Lose your mind with me. Lean back, come on, get relaxed. Take another hit, headed for a relapse. Lose your mind with me.
I'm amazed by the number of people who are like, the reason I got banned on Facebook, if you want to know, I can't post over there either, damn it. On the Griftbusters thing. Maybe somebody else will post it and I can approve it. I'm amazed at the people that are like, oh my God, I can't believe you're wearing a disguise. Like they get rowdy about these glasses. Oh, and a hat. The hat's a big deal as well.
Solution, now I'm fucking losing it. I'm cautious of my actions. Don't ignore the yellow tape, my reactions won't be stuck. It's rough, meet me in a hell's gate. Cause lately I'm feeling crazy, I'm panicked, this got me stressed. This 9 to 5, my family life, I don't need this pressure on my chest. Insist I not exist, I walk myself away from this. So cut the shit, I call it quits, you're such a fucking narcissist. These fairy tales of family life, I make believe, don't buy the hype. You have your family's merchandise. Spend enough time, I can buy my twice. Want my advice, don't sacrifice your own life at any price. What happens in the dark will eventually come to see the light. You don't want no drama, I don't want no problems. Keep my head above the water, keep my feet above the bottom. I done paid my dues, welcome to the drama club. I done paid my my dues. Welcome to the drama club. You don't want no drama. I don't want no problems. Keep my head above the water. Keep my feet above the bottom. How to pay my dues. Welcome to the drama club. How to pay my dues. Welcome to the drama club. Where the fuck's my crown at? For dealing with these drama queens, I'm trying to keep my content.
I know.
My throne. I'm not dealing with your hormones. When you occupy glass.
They're addicted to the opium. It's alright. They got to be down there. They got to be there to see when Jesus F. Kennedy comes out.
Crazy foolishness, it makes me sick. Every dog has a stake. It's what to say that life's a bitch. My tank is rolling on empty. My patience is wearing thin. I give in. I'm convinced that revenge will be my best friend. I'm a beast on these boys. What has set me up to sabotage? Dead on arrival. Ain't no reason for the triage. You don't want no drama. I don't want no problems. Keep my head above the water. Keep my feet above the bottom. How to pay my dues. Welcome.
Oh yeah, now I got the title updated. That was easy enough. Oh, did somebody share it in Telegram? I hope so, because I didn't. Thank you.
Nothing's ever easy in life. If it was that way, everybody would have what they wanted, right? There's a hole in my
Oh, well, listen. Elvis is real, okay? He's a pastor who's 20 years too young. There's people that'll literally fight you in my chat over that.
What I did to deserve this. Sometimes I think you planned it out. There must have been a purpose. Never claimed anything. My life is never perfect. Look at what you did to us. Tell me, was it worth it? The pain I feel is amplified. The words are right.
Hey, Pam, are you watching?
Things you said you can't deny. Hope it brought you peace of mind.
Did anybody tell Pam hi on Facebook?
Supposed to be my brothers, but I'm not surprised at all that you left me in the gutter. No longer any questions, only answers and suggestions. And now you feel how I feel by the absence of my presence. I'm not ready to die, you know I'm ready to win. I spend my life on the outside, I'm sick of looking in. You know they build these walls up to keep you in suspense. I know exactly where I'm headed, I'm never coming back again. I'm not ready to die, you know I'm ready to win. I spend my life on the outside, I'm sick of looking in. You know they build these walls up to keep you in suspense. I know exactly where I'm headed.
We're so close, it isn't even funny.
It's become a routine, so let me bring you up to speed. I feel a need for coming clean. To be perfectly honest, lost all steam at 13. Started doing dope to forget the moments in between. I'll admit I've made mistakes, that's a fact I can't escape. Wanna lie to apologize, a little too late. So don't regret the things you meant to say. Regret the things you said in haste. Allow me to excuse myself and give you space to menstruate. Yes, I lost my fucking mind, wasting time writing rhymes, trying to justify my own life to someone to choose a side. You can leave behind the blame, but we all know you're the mastermind. And you can't deny you got a fucking axe to grind. So tell me how I feel. Share your feelings, why conceal them? I guess I was a scapegoat, and now I'm just a villain. But my sun still shines, and my sun still sets. I know it must be hard to digest, but you earned this fucking gut check. I'm not ready to die, you know I'm ready to win. I spend my life on the outside, I'm sick of looking in. You know they build these walls up to keep you in suspense. I know exactly where I'm headed, I'm never coming back again. I'm not ready to die, you know I'm ready to win. I spend my life on the outside, I'm sick of looking in. You know they build these walls up to keep you in suspense. I know exactly where I'm headed, I'm never coming back again.
Alright guys, here we go, let's get started. Absolutely nothing's happening at 11:55, but that's okay. Here we go.
Hey. Hey.
Teach me how to Dougie.
Hey.
They be like,
What?
will you teach me how to Dougie? You know why? Cause
Because all the bitches love me.
All I need is a beat that's super bumping. And for you, to back it up and dump it.
Pump it out.
Put your arms out front, lean side to side. They gon' be on you when they see you hit that Dougie, right?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody fucking with my bro from Morningside. He go by Bubba and he hits the dance with thunder.
Teach me how to Dougie. Teach me how to Dougie. Teach me how to Dougie. Teach me how to Dougie.
All my bitches love me. All my bitches love me. All my bitches love me. You ain't fucking with my Dougie. Break it down.
你好吗？你好吗？真长你好高兴，这真快乐，没过来，没过来。
Teach me how to ducky. Teach me how to ducky. Teach me how to ducky. Teach me how to ducky.
I ain't from Dallas but I D-town boogie. I show my moves off now if buddy trying to do me. I lead our functions and all the ladies trying to screw me. Now you just do you and I'ma do me.
Teach me how to ducky.
That's-
Teach me
that's
how to
right.
ducky.
Word.
That's right, Chris Scott.
Teach me how to ducky.
All my bitches love
I
me.
think I'm being
All my bitches
sued.
Love me. All my bitches love me. You ain't fucking with my Dougie.
This is a really hard job. Literally.
Help us.
Say what?
Of course, I have to cough right when the frickin' show starts. Welcome, everybody. I'm Will Bard. This is the Cold Beer Confessional, live on the backup channel, live on Odyssey, live everywhere. Come find us. Facebook's out there somewhere. Thanks for joining us tonight. Like I said, I'm your host, Will Bird, Cold Beer Confessional. We're going to talk about some stuff tonight. We are on the eve of Big Shit Poppin'. I think that T.I. actually wrote that song in honor of JFK. Big Shit Poppin'. Is that T.I.? I don't remember. That was when I was in high school. Anyways, thank you guys for joining us. I'm banned from posting on Facebook, so if you see any posts over there, they're not mine. I'm trying to do what I can to still keep the stream going there because I have another admin over there that I can stream through. So thank you guys for joining us tonight. Before we get started, make sure you like the video, like the page on Facebook, like the video, subscribe on YouTube. This is the backup channel, but it's still not the main channel. We went from 7,000 subs to like 1,000 subs. I think we're back up to like 1,800 now. So, man, what an awesome Red October. I don't know if you guys missed everything that was happening because there wasn't anything, but Jesus Christ, they should have called it Red Hot October. Red Hot October. There was so much stuff happening. Again, big shit popping and little shit stopping. Big shit popping. This is written for this time. They knew what was coming. They knew what was coming back in 2005, 2007, whenever that fucking song come out. Thank you for joining us. We're going to talk about Phil tonight. Some of the stupid stuff he's doing. We're going to talk about Mark Panene. We're going to talk about all the idiots down in Dallas right now. I showed you pictures of the Archangel Michael. Never before captured on film. He was always just a blur, sometimes a halo. Now he's out here living the good life. You know, Mardi Gras at Fat Tuesday. So yeah, I think it's going to be good for sure. This is actually, I've seen people talking about November. This is not Neighbormind November. It's No Nut Till Trump November. No one can have another orgasm until Trump takes the White House publicly, and everybody's going to see how long they can last. We'll have motherfuckers stabbing each other in like 2 or 3 days in video games, in video games, Grand Theft Auto and shit. Anyways, I want to start you off with Nino getting us warmed up. Everybody could use a little bit of action, and since it's No Nut Till Trump November, this is going to be the last one. This is a salute right here. This is a send-off party.
Welcome to Nino Circus. I'm here to help out. This isn't easy. What else would you be doing right now? I got some snake oil to sell you and bite people and touch you. It's not easy. It's become a job. Oh boy. All right. Take it up the ass. I don't mind it. Fuck you in the ass. Boom, boom, boom. Just hammering. We're taking it in the ass. Of course it was against their wishes. Ooh. Coming at you live from the apocalypse, folks. Ooh, yeah.
Please don't tell me what to cover. I cover what I want. It's
What are you doing? I'm bored out of my fucking mind. Oh, you made a mistake? Fuck you. What's going on? We're fucked. We're fucked. We're fucked. Wake up! I get worked up.
That's my favorite part.
Sir, 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 your master. I'm a little excited. Drooling on myself.
Here it is, the last nut before November.
I don't know when it's coming, but I keep coming. So much is coming. Really soon. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. All right. Now I got that out of the way.
Ooh, that's the last
now
one.
I know why I quit alcohol.
That last part's mean as hell, but damn, it's good. Now I know why I quit alcohol. Sorry, I'm still kind of sick. I didn't want you to hear me like coughing shit up. I had to mute the mic for a second. I apologize. Some people get mad at me. By the way, this is just a side note. Some people get mad at me for vaping. Look, I do fucking 4-hour shows. If I want some nicotine, I'm going to have some nicotine. It's my show. I'm sorry. I try to avoid the mic. I really do. Sometimes it picks it up. The filter hasn't been working great here lately, but I try my best to keep it away from the mic. If you hear it, I'm sorry, but leaving that comment 17, 18, 19, 20 times on the same video, this is not going to make me change anything whatsoever. I think Phil's still live, so we're not going to jump right into his video. I would rather watch it on the replay because you can't see the first of it on D-Live. Like, you can't rewind. But I did want to show something off and feature someone, and I will get his channel. This is the Alethea Project. He's a pretty cool dude. He's helped the channel out a lot. He shares stuff. He shared the GoFundMe. He shared stuff like that. By the way, if you want to support the stream, I forgot to start the bot, but if you want to support the stream, you guys know how to do it. coldclub.com, spelled with K's. buymeacoffee.com/cold beer. The bot will throw those in the chat, and we have a GoFundMe. So, coffee, and then GoFund. We have a GoFundMe for the housing costs. But anyways, the Alethea Project's a good dude. I'm going to play part of his video. I don't want to give his shit away because this is like a video like the gene decode expose. So I don't want to give it away, but we're going to show a portion of it. So here it is, the Alethea Project.
Good morning, everybody. It's still morning. If you look, it is Sunday, the 31st of October, 2021. It's Halloween. Happy Halloween to everybody. I bought myself a present, which I might do a quick live thing. So if you're watching this tomorrow, I might have done a quick live thing. That worked out well, didn't it? Oh, let's do this. The man behind Real Raw News.
Uh-oh. The man behind Real Raw News, the only legitimate white hat news source.
Real Raw News. Ladies and gentlemen, let's just pull up the website, and there it is. There's the headline. Stories written by one Michael Baxter. Now, many people that follow, that's very posh, wasn't it? Sunday. Oh dear. Let's have tea with the Queen. No, sorry. Some of the people that follow Real Raw News believe it. Weirdly. They're into this. They love this. They absolutely love this stuff. I was going to swear then, so I apologize if you kind of heard it, but I don't think I heard it personally. But, right, the birth of it. The birth of Real Raw News. Now, let's do a little intro. The website is called Real Raw News at realrawnews.com. And it bills itself as an independent publisher of news that the mainstream media would never touch. They wouldn't go near any of this.
It's all, we've read it. I mean, it's all the tribunals, it's all the investigation, it's all the baby tunnels, it's all the stupid shit. That's right, Elsie's dad. We're live over on Odyssey if you want to say fuck you, YouTube. Odyssey's up and live.
Real for us normies. Now, remember that term, normies, because you're going to hear that in a minute, because there's an interview I want you to listen to. It started publishing in December of 2020. Now, there's a seismic shift between the person that well, let's say, rights on this compared to what his personal beliefs. His personal beliefs are Planet X was going to
No problem, Jazzy Mo.
2012 because
It's pretty
of the
cool.
Mayan calendar and all this stuff. A lot of new age, kind of stuff.
That's
Something
right,
that
Solitaire.
I'm not interested in. If it's your thing, okay, no worries, not a problem. But there was this seismic shift. We know what it was. It relates to events of November 2020. Now, it's been about 150. I think it's been more now.
Actually, while he's talking about it, I'm going to leave him playing in the background. I want to pull up Real Raw News to see what's on there.
There's been hundreds of articles written about celebrities, politicians, military personnel, people that have had the you-know-what up there, how that's going to get rid of 7.5 billion people. Yeah. It's even got its own disclaimer. Now, you'll hear in the interview I'm going to show you that the disclaimer is there to put us normies off. But the people that are in the know, that kind of know, that they know it's real, that know that disclaimer is known for just keeping the legal people away.
You figured it out, Tina. He's going to come back as a fucking decrepit-ass zombie, missing part of his fucking forehead. But there he'll be.
So they know what they know, and we know what we don't know, and somebody kind of knows nothing.
By the way, I've said this before, but if your news site can't even update their if any website can't go through and update their fucking logo up here on the tab, this is still the WordPress logo from where someone bought it and built it. If they can't update this, you probably shouldn't trust them. Let's just say that.
Well, I'll give him his due. Michael Baxter. Well, not his real name, but there we go. We'll get to that in a sec. He's got a fantastic imagination. Where does he get it from? Well, don't know. You can chase the stories. You'll be here forever. But I just thought, as people keep quoting it to me, telling me they have proof, I just thought I'd go looking. So I started looking a few months ago. And then
dropping dad mid-flight.
PolitiFact, I think. Politico did a story.
Trump opens investigation into Baldwin shooting.
I didn't know they did it, and that's how I came across some of this stuff eventually when I started looking, and that led me to a few things, and I couldn't stop laughing. But before we meet the man himself, I think we need to see an interview that was conducted not too long ago between, well, you know them, I know them, but we're going to say hello to them anyway. A former FBI investigator, John D'Souza, and the one and the only, and we love him, David Nino Rodriguez. I've broken this video up. I haven't chopped bits out. I've just sort of separated a few bits. I will put the link to the full video in the description below. What's happening to me? So you can go and watch the whole thing if you really want to. There's about 10 minutes, 9-10 minutes of them discussing how real raw news is legit. Yeah. It's about as legit as a $3 bill or a £2 note is used to send the UK, or as legit as, I don't know, JFK Jr. is alive.
No.
So let's just listen to how they quantify, just listen to it. It's So this is John D'Souza being interviewed by the man himself, David. Oh, yeah, I've got to listen to it again, haven't I? At least you're with me this time. I hope you're with me. I hope somebody's with me. If not, why not? I don't know. It was Halloween. I go weird on Halloween. But here we go. Sorry. One
of the things I want to tell you is why I believe that real raw news is true.
Come on, load.
True.
Okay, I'm 1 foot in, 1 foot out with that, but go ahead.
Yeah.
Even Nino doesn't trust it.
I'll give David his due. He's 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Do the okie and fall about. He's a believer and not a believer. But, well, John D'Souza's a believer.
Why would Jesus be JFK, and why would it be 4 days rather than 3? Can you answer any of that?
No, and that's a good thing because
it's a good thing not to believe. Obviously, you've got to use discernment. Oh yes, you've got to use discernment. It's a good thing. Do you believe it or don't you believe it? Yeah, it is a good thing. But I would go. Well, no, I'm not. I would go. I am. It's just go to the other. It's BS.
I'm telling you, and I'm telling the audience that
what's going on with D-Live, man?
Kept on the down low from normies.
Kept on the down low.
Sorry,
from
I had a major
normies.
laughing fit when I put this thing together. I'm going to get a thing printed up behind me that calls me. I've got like keep calm and carry on, but I'm going to put a normie. We're normies. People that ask questions that want to know the correct answers to us that don't believe in this narrative. We're normies. Hello, normies. Hello, normies. Hello. I like normie. I like being a normie. Which means that the majority of the people on the planet are normies. Yeah.
Everybody's a normie except for these crazy people and Tina.
Not to advertise it to the normie, to the mainstream population at large.
That's a two-part question. The soul leaves the body in the fourth day. No. No, not at all. Jesus' soul immediately left, and he walked through a place called Paradise, which was Jesus says, "I go when he dies." He said, "I go before to prepare a place so that you may join me." There was no heaven before the sacrifice of Jesus at the Mount of Golgotha. Instead, there was a place called Paradise where the old prophets and the people who kept the old laws lived. And in those 4 days, in those 3 days, one of the places he went was there, and spoke to the prophets, and took them with him into heaven.
So John would like us normies not to advertise Real Raw News. Go on the website, repost it, quote it, use it, read it.
I'm not religious though, but that's what religious people believe.
We're normies, but. Right, okay, but aren't you now just telling everybody about Real Raw News to an audience that may not have known about Real Raw News, but you're advertising it to show that you know that they know that we know that somebody knows.
To show them that they know that we know that somebody knows. Anyways, this is the Alethea Project, and he's got a pretty good channel. You guys need to check him out. I don't want to ruin his video. I was just showing some of him so you guys knew who he was. He does pretty good videos. Here's the link to his channel. I'll drop it in Odyssey as well. Make sure you can click on it now and just subscribe and then come back here and finish this video or go watch his video now. Hell, I don't care. But check him out because he talks about Michael Tuffin. Michael Baxter, same person who is the guy who runs Real Raw News. So go check that out. It's a good video. I watched it earlier today. Yeah, it's a pretty good video. Check it out. That's the Alethea Project. I'll call him Tap a lot of times, like as the Alethea Project, just to save the time. But that's who I'm talking about when I talk about the Alethea Project. Let's go ahead and grab this. Let's go ahead and grab this Phil video. First of all, let's go to Phil's Telegram. All right, so let me log into my burner. And then go to, excuse me. And then go to Phil, God damn, my ear hurts. And then go to Phil Godlewski. Go to his post. Phil had to leave town in a hurry. Here's what happened to poor Phil.
So, I don't know exactly what, but I have a good feeling something pretty important's going on right now.
Uh-oh.
Because I have just been summoned to go to New York City.
Lies.
I don't know exactly what's up yet.
The video's called I Got the Call.
But I do know something's up. And I have a pretty good feeling that it's something big.
He's got them Jeezys on the chain, and that don't mean shit.
I literally have 20 minutes to get on a flight. And,
why did you just say you gave me money? Fuck off. I don't give a damn. That doesn't give you the right to be stupid. If you donate, that donation is gone. That doesn't buy you an I'm fucking retarded card.
I have 20 minutes to get on a flight.
20 minutes to get on a flight.
I have 20 minutes to get to the airport. That's what I should say.
20 minutes to get there. He doesn't even live within 20 minutes of an airport if he was leaving immediately.
You guys will be updated as I go. I don't know how long I'm going to actually be there. Whether it's going to be a day or two or less, I really don't know. But what I do know.
Exactly. If you had 20 minutes to make a flight, 1, impossible. 2, the last thing that you could possibly do and still make the flight is live stream.
I need to hurry. If I land in time, I will try to go live. Or
I appreciate tips. They help run the show. I appreciate donations. I appreciate the GoFundMe. You guys help me out. We're looking into buying actually a bigger camper probably until the housing market comes. But that's gone. When you give me that you don't get to hold that over my head. You don't get to say, hey, I did this. Hey, I did that. Hey, just because you still have to follow the same rules. You're still going to get called out the same way. You still have to show proof for all your claims. That's a fucking Jeff B. top bunk move where I made $7,000 in about 32 hours, or I'm sorry, about 28 hours. And like, I think I made like $2,000 on the show that he was on. And then he's like, we got him $7,000. We got him $10,000. This guy donated $1,000. My friend's pockets are deep, and that's fucked up. When I donate, I don't go demand anything in anybody's show.
Let's do another video later from where I'm headed. I know this is a crazy kind of very short. I know I'm not paying attention. I know my words.
I don't mean specifically you. I was just bringing that up because other people were talking about it in the chat.
They're sporadic, but I have a feeling that this might be something big. So keep your fingers crossed. Pray that I get to New York, please. This has to happen.
Tina, will we see you in here tomorrow when JFK hasn't shown up? What is he supposed to be there at midnight? Because that's what the channel said. He's supposed to be there at midnight tonight. Will you stick around? I'll stay on if you'll stick around.
I'll keep you guys posted as soon as I know more.
There you go. He'll keep us posted as soon as he knows more. Well, he supposedly flew to New York, flew immediately back, and got Italian food. And the only intel he brought back was, this next month's going to be wild, guys. There's going to be a lot of big shit happening over this next month. Okay. Anyways, back to his replay. Let's see what he had on tonight. This would be the first show he's done since he's been back. Oh, God. His stupid fucking Johnny Cash, dude. I like Johnny Cash. I liked Johnny Cash until he had an attachment with Phil. Now all I see is these fucking disgusting ass Jersey man. While 14-year-old girls scream, "Where's my mom? You said you were taking me for ice cream, coach." Anyways, here we go.
Welcome, everybody. Feels like it's been a long time. I think that's because it has been a long time. When was the last time I was live? Days ago. Anyway, what a crazy, action-packed, ridiculous 24 hours or so that has been.
Ooh.
For me, anyway. And probably...
I don't even think he fucking went to New York, to be honest with you.
For a lot of you.
There's also a rumor going around. He's been talking about... he's been talking shit about moving to where was he? Las Vegas. And they said that's because he and his new girlfriend, because his wife left him, plus he and his new girlfriend, because his wife left him, both of them got jobs with the Trump administration, and that means that the new capital of the United States is going to be in Las Vegas. But also his house just got foreclosed on, so that's good. I guess that's why he's been living with his parents for so long. I don't know.
waiting in.
I find it strange that his roommate Ezra Cohen Watnick, according to him, couldn't cover the house note.
Wonderment as to what I was going to come on air and say either last night or tonight. It was an interesting night. And although there's a lot that I'm unfortunately not going to be able to talk about, there is an equal amount that I am able to talk about.
Is someone paying him to do this crap? Absolutely. All the gullible dumbasses in his show. You know the reason he doesn't shout out donations? Because there's so fucking many of them. If you go watch his chat and his donations, the man's making bank. Not to mention he has thousands of people. He's one of the top performers within the... I got some screenshots. He's one of the top performers within the... that silver thing. So you know he's making bank. Most people never make money from these pyramid schemes, except when you're at the very top, which is let's see. Here we go. Here's some screenshots. Let's see if I can open some of them first. Here's one. 7K silver advancement, 815 to 915. Phil Godlewski made 7K silver. It also looks like he may have made, let's see what this one is on. I haven't opened these in a while. He also made gold, 7K gold from 815 to 915. So the month, the 1st of September, the first part of before September 15th, he made gold level. And we went through the levels one day. That means he's got a shit ton of people below him, and those people fucking are paying through their teeth to keep him alive. Are paying through their teeth to keep his money flowing out. The people at the 80% of the bottom don't make shit because it's got to roll upstream so Phil can make all the money. He's making a shit ton.
So we are definitely going to do that and put to bed a lot of rumors. Hopefully, anyway, tonight, a lot of rumors, and maybe even start up a discussion of some stuff that we should be talking about instead of some stuff that we shouldn't be talking about. So good to be back. Glad to see you guys. Sorry for last night's cancellation, although I'm kind of glad it happened.
Gold member.
That it did, because last night. What ended up happening last night was far more important than, going on and being able to...
Sure it was.
Can't see me. What's this all about? Yeah, you could see me. You can hear me. Turn your volume up, you guys. My volume's all the way up, so... Anyway, before we do that, let's do some shout-outs, build up this chest, maybe give away some Lebens, see if we could get some new subscribers going. So tell me where you're from. Roll call. Here we go. La Palma. That's not true. Can't be true. Greencastle, Maryland. Michigan. Cancer. Ohio. Alaska. Frankfurt, Indiana. Michigan again. Connecticut. Tempe. Jersey. Ohio. 5x5. Boom. Cincinnati.
Boom.
Love you, Phil.
7x3.
Michigan, Atlanta, Kansas.
7 inches in girth.
Not true. South Wisconsin. Indianapolis, Texas. Ohio. Mardi Gras. Jersey. Connecticut. These may not actually be the words.
No, it says hooker something horny toads. It's a fucking probably a fake school shirt, but could be real.
Anonymity. Forget it. Clearview, Michigan. Oregon. Cajun something. Tulsa. Spring Creek. Detroit. Neptune, Florida. Cheyenne, West Virginia. Seattle. Strawberry. No idea. Riley. Cape Canaveral. Michigan. Georgia. Florida. Kentucky. Texas. Panhandle. Albuquerque. Walter White's from there. Just saying. Detroit. Mars. Pittsburgh, Utah. Poconos. Gettysburg. Chicago.
Wait. Uh-oh. GH. Oh, no message. But thank you for the donation. I was waiting for the message to go out. That was the awkward silence. But thank you for the donation, GH. I appreciate it. I very seriously doubt that. Oh, by the way, while we're on the topic of donations, two more people donated to GoFundMe. Thank you very much. I don't advertise it a whole lot because I catch a lot of shit for it. But I don't know. I didn't make it. I didn't want it. I didn't. But I do appreciate donations there, and I do see them. Thank you very much. Negative 48 did not heal anybody. He's not the Archangel. He is a car repair shop owner who's now retired. His son has a public masturbation video, and he's posing with a tranny at Mardi Gras. I don't think that's an Archangel.
Key West. San Diego, Alabama, New Zealand, Manizillo, Rockwell, Toronto, Buffalo, Glasgow, San Diego again, Pennsylvania, New Mexico, Arizona, boobies, Florida, California, Saginaw, Tempe, Carlsbad, Dallas, Nashville,
oh, it's fine.
Pittsburgh, Honolulu, Kingsport,
Vegas, Tennessee. Damn it.
Los Angeles.
Why you always fuck us, Tennessee? I don't care. Jesus. I don't care who's on whose channel. I'll watch whatever I got going on tonight. But thank you.
Sleep
I guess.
Where I didn't, most importantly. So my face is I just don't look like myself according to what I see right now anyway. So apologize for that. Let's give away some lemons and then we'll get
Someone else did that, Melanie. They make up the cities. Some of them are some really weird ones too. Like I think they go out of their way to say I think they go out of their way to say like weird places, right? They'll be like Nagasaki, Japan and shit. Like it's very strange when you thank people. Oh yeah, I like to thank everybody. That's why I actually get pretty upset when my donation alerts don't work, and I have to go back and thank people. I want to thank people. Like a lot of people, I don't know if it's because they get so many, maybe, but yeah. I appreciate all the donations. That's what keeps the channel going, the show going. I would probably still be doing some form of it, but it wouldn't be this nice. I mean, hell, it helped me buy a motherboard for my computer when it kept shutting off. So thank you guys. You guys keep the show running, not me. They won't give me ads or shit.
1,000 people watching me live right now. That is absolutely crazy. All right, so we got 372 in the chest. Oh, why don't we just make it 1,700? That seems like a cool number, doesn't it? All right, so we got over 2,000 in there now, just under 2,100. Distribute rewards. Everyone loves giveaways.
Dude.
Speaking of giveaways,
tell me he isn't drinking his own shit.
For another one for our subs. So if you're not...
Tomorrow, every news station is in Dallas every fucking day. You don't think Dallas has a CBS and an NBC and shit? Dallas is huge.
You had a subscriber. It looks like we have almost 1,400 subscribers to the channel. Subscribing to the channel.
Sorry, my ear's killing me.
Is different than following. Following is free. You'll get alerts and all that stuff. Subscribing, you have to pay a small monthly fee. I think it's like $4 a month or $5 a month. It's 288 lemons, whatever that comes out to. And then you get some perks. You get a cool little sub tag and your name in the chat. Some different color writing if you subscribe 3 months in a row. Access to giveaways and stuff like that. So if you want to subscribe, you could do that. Not necessary to watch me live, though. Here's the win.
I wonder why Phil let a foreclosure happen on his house.
Winners. Fungul.
You think it was part of the divorce and like now he doesn't want her to have it either? Or they couldn't decide on it and she said, I don't want it. He said, no, I don't want it either. I don't know.
Fungul. That means something like Fungul. I don't know what it means, but it means something. 40.8. Snippy T, 23.8. These are all new names.
Oh, God.
1D, 17.5. Kudaman, Florida. Kudaman, Florida, FL 14.1. And
yeah, it's all in my ear now. I thought it was just because I slept with headphones in, but I don't know. It gets worse at night.
Nancy Wilson is no longer in our top. And I know she did change her screen name, but
if someone's talking shit about me, it's definitely Mariah.
Whatever she did really got her bounced. So.
Oh, Mariah, I forgot to tell you, last night in a Telegram argument, I found out that me and Shar were actually dating from 800 miles away. So put your dukes up. You have to defend my honor. I am no easy whore. Do something.
Or maybe it's just because we have a lot more viewers than we have ever had before. So by the look of it, now that we're over 50,000 viewers. Oh, and one more thing about the following and subscribing. If you're not a follower on the channel, then there's no way for me to know. You're not counted in the viewer list. So the numbers that you guys see on DLive, right now it says 25,400 viewers. That's accurate in terms of who's a subscriber and who's a follower. But
maybe goggles and earplugs
that aren't followers of subscribe, they're not counted in that number. So that's why that number is oftentimes inaccurate from the one that I tell you. Anyway, so what do we talk about? Where do we talk about? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Tonight, we're going to talk about my little rendezvous last night, why it was of importance, how it fits into what we're expecting to happen over the next couple of weeks, what we have expected to happen.
I think anybody who claims that JFK Jr. will be in Dallas, Texas tomorrow, and JFK Sr. and JFK Jr.'s mom and dad and Dale Earnhardt and Trump or whoever, I think if they said it, it's going to happen, and it doesn't happen, they got all these people all fucking tore up about it. They should literally make them live stream while someone shits in their open mouth.
Happened over the last few weeks, and
they're not allowed to pull it down.
And I have been authorized to say a lot of the things that I'm about to say tonight.
Miguel Prozac, -48. It's Michael Protzman. Are you the great value, -48? You should have put -47.
I made sure that I got extra permission to do exactly that, because I've been speaking a lot lately, and I've been getting a lot of little clues out there in terms of a bunch of different intel. So I wanted to verify that I was actually okay with saying the things that I'm about to say tonight. Yes, I know I need to hydrate my face. I know that. I'm aware of that. I've slept 2, maybe 3 hours in the last 24 hours.
Oh.
That's the difference between me.
He's been out here doing the Lord's work. By the way, while this guy convicted of contributing or corrupting a minor, police report thousands of sexually explicit or thousands of text messages, a lot of them sexually explicit. That's what the fucking police report says. While he's over here giving out his fake intel, people like the Liberty fence sitter and his top bunk intel are telling people, I'm pretty sure I know him. I developed some of the products that he uses, some of the components that he'd use in his intel gathering. He's definitely on the inside. He's probably NSA, SSC, SS, LQRV. He's pretty hardcore guy. He's one of us. Wink, wink, wink. Idiots.
So last night, roughly around the time that I made that video, I received a phone call from, let's not worry about who the phone call was from.
I will tell you this, and Mariah can attest to it. I don't know about face hydration, but if you want to exfoliate, scrotal skin is the best exfoliator you can get. If you just, a lot of friction back and forth, a lot of dragging, dropping, kind of like teabagging something. Like when you put a tea bag in scrotal tissue, will make you look like a newborn 14-year-old who really misses her dead boyfriend.
But it said We need you. It's important. Get to the airport. There's a plane waiting. So the plane that I got into was not of the
Get to the airport.
variety. It was a very
Get to the airport. There's a plane waiting. Listen. Think about in your entire life, since you can remember, how many people do you think that you've known, not well, not like best friends with, but known decently? You know where they work, maybe, or you know what they do for fun, or you know where they're at some of the time of their lives. Like they hang out there a lot, or you generally know what these people would do. If someone asked you if you knew this person, you would immediately say yes. You wouldn't be like, kinda. That number of people. Now, out of that number of people, and we probably all know different people, so we can add all these people together. Out of that number of people that we all know, all 200 of us that are in here right now, 193 plus me, out of all those people, how many of them do you know that literally lives a secret agent lifestyle where they're getting like secret fucking texts and they got 4 or 5 burner phones? They're on the deep, dark, spooky web. They're getting calls in the middle of the night to hop on private jets, assassination attempts, talking to military leaders, talking to intel guys behind the scene. How many people would you guess on average that out of those people that you know, the guy that works at the grocery store, the Joe that I talk to at the gas station every Wednesday when I fill up with gas, do you think lives a secret agent lifestyle? Because the problem is, all these motherfuckers do. They're all getting information from fucking the intel team with Trump, the intel team with Q, the intel team with Jesus F. Kennedy, the intel team with Negative 48, the intel team. How do all of these people all suddenly show up after the contest in November, and they're all fucking secret agents? They all got to catch a private jet, and their phone fucking exploded because they sent a fucking deadly explosive virus to it from the deep, dark, dirty web. It was double penetrated on the dirty web, and that all everybody knows that crosses your battery and makes it explode. This shit's fucking stupid. No, you're not. You're not. Never in your life has someone called you, Phil, and said, hey, man, you got 20 minutes to be in New York. I got a private jet waiting on the tarmac. Fucking wheels up. 19 minutes and 38 seconds now. You better hang up. You're losing time. Oh, also, squeeze in a live stream for me, please. Bullshit.
So the plane that I got into was not of the commercial variety. It was a very small private jet. It was very nice, actually, too. Upon getting into
Where's the pictures of the private jet? Where's the pictures of the private jet? By the way, I did not show this, and I kind of meant to. Let me grab it right quick. Because I know when he grabs pictures of a private jet, he's going to do it through a Google search because he's dumb. But hold on, let me show you what he fucked up the other day. If I can find it. Expose. Sorry, I'm looking for a Telegram group right quick. No, it's here somewhere. Maybe no one's posted it in a while. Okay, there it is. And then I'm going to search. That's not it. Give me just a second. Okay. I've got a couple pictures to show you. I think they'll show both of them. Okay, let me grab this, and I'm going to... I'll just go ahead and download the pictures. It's easier to show them that way. So, save as... Sorry, I had to take some ibuprofen. I thought it was just because I fell asleep with a headphone in. I woke up, my ear was starting like it pressed it in too far, and I like laid on it all night. But now I don't know what's going on. It got to where I couldn't eat yesterday, and this morning I woke up fine, and then here I am again today. It's hurting like a motherfucker right now. I thought about stopping the stream earlier, but my mom brought me some medicine, so thank you, Mom. I appreciate it. Anyways, let me grab these photos for you now. So Phil tells his audience this. Jesus, this fucking retard. This is you can see it. Forwarded message from Q University with Phil Godlewski. And it says, Komodo, antivirus alert, a malicious item has been detected. A malicious item has been detected. And what is the name of it? Backdoor.mac.hovd.b at 149-716-73. Location, users, username, desktop, the unarch. Backdoor.mac.hovd.b at 149-716-73. Clean or ignore. How should I answer? Okay? And it says, well, look what we have here. To whoever sent me this, trust me, I will figure you out, and there will be retaliations. Clown shoes. I watch him in his chat because it's funny. He doesn't show up, makes excuses in posts. Well. Okay? So he's saying, whoever sent this to me, trust me, I will figure out it was you, and there will be retaliations. Then these clown shoes, I watched him in his chat. That's the person who posted it. But still, it's from Q University with Phil. I think it's still up. Well, look what we have here. To whoever sent me this, trust me, I will figure it out. It was you, and there will be retaliations. Not retaliation, the act of retaliations, multiple acts. But if we do a simple reverse image search, we get this. Komodo is a free antivirus software for Linux. It is a powerful firewall application that provides... It doesn't even run on a Mac or a Windows PC. I guarantee you it's not running Linux. It is a powerful firewall application that provides strong protection against all types of online security threats. The software is efficient in dealing with spamming, phishing, Trojans, malware, and other hacking attempts. It features automatic updates. Download Komodo for free. And then if we look at the example photo they have on their website, it says... Komodo antivirus alert. A malicious item has been blocked. Now, what is the name? Backdoor.mac.hovdb at 149-716-73. What is the location? Users, username, desktop, the unarch. What is the more information? Backdoor.mac.hovdb at 149-716-73. So not only is this an application for Linux, Linux is kind of hard to use unless you're a real tech guy, which clearly he isn't from his description of the deep, dark, super scary web. He stole this image off a Google search and then posted it like someone sent it to him. He stole this image. Tina, you better be back here tomorrow. How do you feel about this article? Please let us know in the comments below. More security tips from Tech GYD. Why? He could have changed something. He could have blacked something out or grayed it out and then typed something in. But it's the exact same image. What the hell is wrong with him? Hold on, let's get him up. Let's see if we can zoom into this one. Is that about right? No. And this needs to zoom in a little bit more. Is that about right? There it is. It's the exact same image from a website. Literally sharing a fake screenshot to show what it looks like when you get a virus. How should I answer this? Clean or ignore? He didn't change any text. He didn't change the location. And I guarantee you this article that was written several years ago didn't get this screenshot from Phil, who just got this virus a few days ago. It's kind of impossible, huh? Dumbass, dude. Dumbass. He can't even lie good. Now we've got the top of the top, because he's from the top bank intel guy, saying, oh, he's legit. He's legit. He did a hand signal the other day that meant John Podesta. That was one of the claims in the video. People are telling me that they watched Phil's video and he did a hand signal right at the start that meant John Podesta. Fuck out of here.
To the plane, my phone was taken away from me. So I did not have the plane. I did not have my phone until I got on the next plane.
Thank you, Miss Mo. I use peroxide all the time. It's not clogged. It's not like an infection. I don't know. When I do this, like hold my nose and blow to like pop, make my ears pop, it feels better for a little bit, but it also squeaks.
To come back to PA. Just so you guys know, a lot of speculation on the channel today, but PA and New York are close to each other, in case you don't know geography like me. And if you get on a small private jet that flies pretty low, you get to New York pretty quickly. I think it took us 40 minutes, 45 minutes, something like that. So it was... why are people saying no sound?
Oh, my God.
Sound. Turn up your volume. Another one, no sound. What's going on here with the sound? I see my audio input capture. No audio. Here we go. Frozen. Reload.
I don't know that. Hold on. To be completely honest with you, Philadelphia to I'm sorry, Scranton to New York City, if he flew out of Scranton, would probably be a regional jet. And a regional jet wouldn't like fly higher or further or something different than a private jet. I don't know why he's saying a fucking private jet. A regional jet would do the same thing. And it's probably, what are the miles? It's on a regional jet, it's probably a 45-minute flight. He's probably right. The guess, I don't know why he's talking about altitude shit like that. Like it doesn't take any time to climb a little bit higher. That was the stupidest explanation, but it probably is a 45-minute flight on a regional jet. That's wheels up to wheels down.
What? Come on. Buffering. What? Sound. Hear you fine. We can hear you. Love you, Phil. I hear you. We hear you. I hear you. Geography, buffering. Love you, Phil. I hear you fine. Okay, so
inbound.
No sound, Phil. Open your mouth.
No sound, Phil. Open your mouth. Open your mouth, Phil.
Then it's whoever doesn't have sound, it's on your end, because everybody else.
Oh, I could be wrong. I was looking at regional jets right now. I'm looking it up, and it says, well, which tab is it on? It says 42 minutes, no stop, New York City to Scranton, PA, 40 minutes. 42. I was guessing off where I think Scranton is and where I think New York City is, but I could be wrong. Maybe it's a 10-minute flight. I don't know. And it's on a regional jet. It's on a 34, 38 seats or something like that on a regional jet.
Else can hear me, so it can't be. And I'm showing all sorts of good stuff here.
But I could be wrong. I'm not going to argue with somebody who works in the airline industry. I'm just saying what I looked up.
It was a weird way to be invited to a meeting like this, because I set these meetings. I'm usually the one that set these meetings. So when I got the invite, I didn't necessarily...
Wait.
I knew who the invite came from.
I had to calculate it through flat Earth math. Did you use globe Earth again?
So I knew who, the person at the top was, so to speak. But the meeting...
Hey, actually, Creek Nation, if you're going to the Philippines, stop by the Search for Truth and see if David needs a trip over there. Something about a child bride or something. I don't know what he's got going on. The age of consent, lady boys. It was a mess, but I'm pretty sure he needs some assistance.
That I ended up going to, those are the ones that I give the orders to set up. So when I arrived at it, I was a little bit thrown off that somebody
for real. That's how I've popped my ears my whole life.
else
Hey, Bear Man.
set up.
Hey, Beer Man, Aussie girl bought you 5 6-packs. Thanks for what you do and showing these clowns up. Thank you very much, Aussie girl. By the way, speaking of Australia, everybody remember Jo on Wednesday, I think. She's having surgery. She's from Australia. And then hopefully be home after that. So everybody remember Jo on Wednesday.
This meeting instead of me. That's usually I've been doing that for years. So when I first get on the plane and, my phone gets taken away, I'm thinking New York.
They took his fucking phone again. Why don't you have any pictures of the plane? Bro, they patted me down and took my phone. Yeah, okay. They took your phone. Now let me lay this out for you. The meeting, the information, and the people are going to be in New York. But they wouldn't let him have his phone on the plane. Now, don't get me wrong. I've been in meetings where you had to put all your electronic devices in a fucking container that kind of gets shoved in a Mylar bag and then gets shoved in this little locker thing. Sure. When you're at the meeting place, they didn't mind if I took pictures of the fucking plane. They didn't mind if I fucking called somebody on the tarmac as long as I didn't tell them where I was going. They probably monitored my shit already anyways. They didn't mind any of that until it got to the words that were said and the person that was there. Why would they take his phone 45 minutes before anything's going to be said? Oh, you can't show a plane. Or is it just convenient for your story because you don't have a picture of a private jet that you were sitting in? They took my phone, man.
New York, what's going on in New York? Like, am I going to, is something out there with my source? Is something out there?
The same thing miraculously happened when he was on the deep, dark, scary web. He got a link, and he clicked on it, and then they shut down his microphone and all his shit. They took over his mouse, and they started clicking on shit and locking shit down, and then Top Bunk said, that's the way it works. As soon as he started talking like that, I knew he was for real. Bullshit. The only thing that's happening, if you get on the dark web and somebody starts fucking with your shit like that, start unplugging shit. Everything. Fucking internet, network, computer, unplug shit. That's not how it works. You can't click a link to get there from your cell phone to get to the dark web on your computer. And when you go to a site, if it starts taking over your shit, something's wrong.
There with Trump or someone from Trump's, I had no idea what was going on, to be honest with you. My phone being taken away was a little bit, that was bizarre to me. That made me think I was going into some sort of government.
Sure, I will give you that. But you're so fucking dumb, again, you can't even make the lie right. They don't take your shit until you get there. I've done it. They don't take your shit until you get there. The same place they take everybody else's shit.
I had no idea. I didn't know. I had absolutely no idea. So the phone gets taken away, and me and a couple other plainclothes citizens were on the plane. I didn't know either of them.
I've got one more thing to show, actually, from Phil. You want to see another lie he got caught in that I never actually showed, but I should have? Oh, there's another dono.
I hope John Denver is still alive and is in the parade. I love country roads. Maybe he can that song for JFK Jesus.
JFKG, that's right. Country roads, take me home to the place Trump belongs. Pennsylvania Avenue. Take me. Yeah, exactly. That makes sense already. That makes sense already. Here's another bullshit lie we caught his ass in. Let's see. Let me download the image. And let me download that image. Okay, are they both up? All right, so this was on, I think this was on, was this on Steve Bannon's show set, I think, was where this was at, because they used it for something else. Let me make sure it's the right one. Okay, this is a whiteboard, right? This is a whiteboard that was on Steve Bannon's show set. And on this whiteboard, we'll zoom in just a minute, but this is all the different connections to Trump, okay? All the different connections to Trump. And if we zoom in here, we can read names like Huey Freeman, Mike Adams, Church Greg Wright, Bond.Payne at something, Shannon, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, Mark Meadows. There's a bunch of different people on here. Brick, Suit, Brent, Charlotte, Amber, Dr. Ronnie Jackson. And the closer you get to Trump, the more recognizable names there are, like Mike Flynn, Rudy Giuliani. And the further you get out, it's more like Q-related bullshit, okay? So on this, I want you to pay special attention to this section right here. Because Phil made a post that said, Phil's post says, congrats. Now, he made this himself. No one brought this up that I could find, but he decided to make this post. Congrats, everyone. You found my name on the whiteboard. I'm not going to attempt to deny it. Congrats on becoming true Anons. So he's bringing people in as true fucking Anons. Now, look. We got Reopen Bob, John Lobb, Anthony something, Def Medco, Brandon Tadium, the names, right? But does anybody see a Phil Godlewski? Because I don't. It doesn't look like he's there. Now, this is the actual picture. This is the full picture from the set. You guys can go get this. It's called Trump Connection Whiteboard, and you can go download it. Right? Right? No one sees Phil Godlewski. But the photo that Phil shares looks incredibly different. It looks like this.
Hey, Bear Man.
Hey, Beer Man. Please don't sing anymore. I'll tip you another 50 if you stop. Come on now. I've got a good singing voice. That was for 10 six-packs. Thank you very much for the donation. I'm a good singer, especially country music. That's all I can sing. Now you made me feel bad. I'm taking my shit and going home. Tired of this shit. All right, here's the photo Phil posted. Now look where he says it's at. He shows, see, remember those two guys in that photo we were just looking at? And he zooms in, and he says it's right there. It's right above these people's heads, Phil Godlewski. Okay? See that? Oh, there's an extra one showing. Why the hell is it doing that? Hold on, just a second. Let me fix that. Sorry, there's an extra window in the way right now, and it shouldn't be. That's fine. Music disclaimer. Sorry, I want you to be able to see it, but I didn't realize I was doing that. Where is that one? That's not it. That's not it. Nope. Nope. How did it pick that up? Out of all the things that it could pick up. Doubling up right there. Where is that one? Sorry, I've got somewhere I've got something showing that shouldn't be. There it is. All right, so he shows it over those two people's heads right there. Okay, Phil Godlewski, and he says, congratulations on finding it. And he says it's right here. That's the two people. That's the arrow he drew to it and circled it. And he says it's right there over those two people's heads. Okay? Here's the original image. Where? Where the fuck is it? Where is it, Phil? There's the two people that are supposedly these two people. That's the corner of the board he circled. Right there, right there. There's the twins that are there. There's all the shit going on. And he says it's right at the top of there, right above their heads with a red star, Phil Godlewski. Where the fuck is it, dude? There's the two people. There's the twins. There's the black with Mel K and shit. Where is it? It should be right here with a red star, and it should say Phil Godlewski in between Larry whatever and Reopen Bob. Where is it? It's very strange. Very strange that you thanked your fans for finding it. They had never shared it. They had never put it in your chat. No one even mentioned it. And you're like, good job. You're true anons. Now I'm going to promote you. But it's not there. That's weird. Weird that you started it. From your chat. Very strange. There it is. There it isn't. There it is. There it isn't. These hold on, I'll show you something. These three stars right here around this black line, star, 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 are actually these three stars right here. I could probably zoom in a little bit more and even crop it better. It's like 3 stars there, 3 stars there, 3 stars there, 3 stars there. Nothing. It's not there, Phil. It's not there, but one of your fans found it, right? Good job. Good job, Anons. Fucking liar, dude. And then we got people that claim that they just want the truth. And if Flynn and Trump and Phil's lying, I want them prosecuted for fucking treason. But you can't look up the simple shit. If he's lying about his phone, if he's lying about the dark web, if he's lying about the fucking whiteboard, he's lying about his fucking criminal past, he's lying about everything going on in his fucking life, he's lying about his custody, he's lying about his travels, he's lying about everything else, but you believe he's telling the truth on the shit that fits your narrative. The Trump's coming back. Did you used to work under pineapples? Were you a pineapple dancer? That's code. Did you see me touch my nose? That means that's code. We're from the pineapple farm. Code. That's the key, is touching your nose.
And then of course the pilot and whatever, but there wasn't I want you trying to give you guys a visual. It wasn't this big and whatever, but there was either of them. Most citizens were on the plane, and a couple other plainclothes citizens were on the plane, and a couple other intel. I had no idea. I didn't know. I had absolutely no idea. So phone gets taken away, and me and a couple other plainclothes citizens were on the plane. I didn't know
citizens
either of them. And then of course the pilot and whatever. But there wasn't. I want you trying to give you guys a visual. It wasn't this big commercial plane craft where you have
plane craft
or 250 or 350
Did you mean plane and or aircraft
passengers? This was probably a 10-seater, 12-seater Cessna. I don't know planes well.
It was a 12-seater Cessna. Where the fuck is fucking Sky Queen and Jetflex? It was a 12-seater Cessna private jet.
But it was nice. It was a nice aircraft. It was a private aircraft, and now I know who it was supplied by. At the time, I had no idea who was even being supplied
they are.
by. So that was bizarre to me.
It was inflatable.
So we land.
Phil's already moved it. So his whole meeting over Italian food, he flew out, had an Italian dinner, flew back. They told him this month's going to be awesome.
We're taken to a restaurant. It was and that's why I put up the Godfather background tonight while the countdown was going on before we went live, because it reminded me of when Michael met with the captain and ended.
Thank you for that, Amy Harrington. I thought it was like actual like blunt damage, and it still may be. It kind of freaks me out. It's getting worse at night. Yesterday I couldn't even chew, and today I could chew like I ate and stuff. I come out here in the van to start putting together a show about 5 p.m. or so, and when I started putting it together, it was just like it started getting worse and worse and worse. Getting worse with that knot makes me think it might be some type of infection or something. But thank you for the advice.
Ended up shooting both of them and whatever. It reminded me of that type of restaurant because it reminded me of when Michael met with the captain and ended up shooting both of them and whatever. It reminded me of that type of restaurant where it was this little corner hole in the wall Italian place. I'm not going to say exactly where it was or
not Jack Cute,
and I'm not allowed to.
Show me one Italian restaurant in New York City. Bet you can't.
So that's why I put up the Godfather thing, because it was.
Yori, are there Italian restaurants in in New York City? Sbarro or something?
Kind of had that vibe.
Fazoli's.
I'm trying to get you the vibe. I'm trying to get you into this experience for what I went through last night.
Like the real good places.
There was no secrecy.
Olive Garden.
About where we were going. There was no...
Wait, there was no secrecy about where you were going, but they took your phone on the plane. And you can't reveal the restaurant. But there was no secrecy about it.
Blacked out windows or...
Yeah, I was just joking.
Over my head like they do in the movies. None of that happened. It became known to me that what was happening was out of the ordinary, out of procedure.
They went to Super Mario World too. It's me, Mario.
Procedural order. It became known to me that we were not following typical procedure once I saw who was there.
This typical procedure, of course. Now, this is the first time he's went into all this detail about all these meetings he's had before and all this other time, and he's had to drive out and he had to go meet all the super big wigs because he used to fuck pineapples with Jeff or whatever. But now he's like, oh, yeah, this is different. We used to have this procedure and this standard we went through, and you log into the super deep dark web, and I couldn't believe who was on there. I know their voices, but I can't tell you. And we went to an Italian place, but they didn't have pizza. I was pretty pissed about that, but I won't tell you because you might leave a bad review.
And now here's when I'm about to tell you something that you didn't know until now. The Anon group... How do I even want to start this?
By the way, one of the things that is bad about so a lot of people are like, just let whoever say whatever. No. They feed off each other. So I guarantee you, when Phil sees someone vouching for him and saying, did somebody ask me, did I stick my dick in a pineapple? And that's code for fucking each other in a pineapple, and he'll be like, yeah, so-and-so vouched for me. You guys see that? I didn't even know what was going on. I was just answering questions here, and here they are. Yeah, I saw that. Touch your nose. They fucking feed off each other and give each other false credibility. Papa bless the children's.
The Anons that follow Q. Anybody could be an Anon. Okay, anyone could have been an Anon, I should say. Past tense, meaning when Q
I rarely talk about stuff I did towards the end of when I was getting out of the military and some contract stuff. I rarely talk about that stuff because I'm not supposed to. And I'm not going to be the jackass that fucking does it and ends up in jail instead of Hillary Clinton. But like I've been to meetings. I know what you do. I've been on the fucking dark web. I've been on fucking secured phone lines and secured computers and secured video conference. I've done about all of that. I've been to meetings for interviews for agencies that couldn't be named till a later date. Come on, get the fuck out of here. You're making this shit up.
Q first started posting 4 years ago. Anybody could have went to 4chan, 8chan, signed up an account, got an anonymous thing, went through the process, and started posting on the boards. Anyone could have done that. But the true structure of the Anons and the boards that we used, and from 4chan to 8chan.
By the way, he wasn't around back then. He's just making that shit up.
We even had a couple different access points on the dark web and stuff like that. I want to say main Anons, you couldn't be one of them. We had the structure of the Anon group in a very strategic, well planned out.
That's not true. So the biggest thing with identifying who the person was that was posting was the trip code. And the trip code, and they were only posting on exactly one fucking board. And then that board had a falling out, and it went to exactly one other fucking board, and it had the same goddamn trip code. And the whole time, in the early days, when I still fucking paid attention to it, it was from one of 6 devices. There were 6 devices that were used that were with that person, with that fucking trip code. 6 devices, and they were always fucking used back when, and then it got so goddamn out of hand in a money racket, fucking people started fucking bailing off of it. And he wasn't there. Why wasn't he there? Because I was fucking there. He wasn't there. He wasn't. Like, I didn't believe it, but I thought it was interesting. Some guys claiming to do this, claiming to do that, blah, blah, blah. I should at least know what's going on or what he's saying's going on. I had serious fucking trust issues, but I read it fucking all the time.
Downline, so to speak. And there were 5 people, plus me, that emerged as the leaders of certain sections of Anons.
No. He come on scene much later when everybody else was already banned. When they took away your PayPal, when they took away your YouTube, when they took away your Twitter, all things, your Instagram, things he still has. The real people that were really doing this and really putting it out there, Jordan Sather was one that was there fucking early as shit, dude. He was the first person I saw talk about it on YouTube. Ever. And they took everything from Jordan. And then Phil just comes walking up, glowing in the fucking dark, like, bah, I'm a main Q guy.
So to speak. So if you think of it as, let's say the federal court system, how you have Supreme Court justices within the United States that are part of different districts. So you have maybe Amy Coney Barrett is, this district, the 11th district.
I mean, according to, he's not that old. So according to the top bunk, he still had to be out fucking Pineapple somewhere. Because those systems were set up while the top bunk was there, so Pedo-Phil could come and use them later.
And whatever, and all the way down. We structured it kind of similar to that, so that things were scaling rapidly. Between 2017 and 2018, it was blowing up in 2018, and 2019 came, and then it was just. But throughout 2017, through the end of 2017 and leading into 2018 and all of 2018, it was a very well-oiled machine.
By the way, The funniest shit happened last night that I had ever seen in my life, I believe, on YouTube. So, I went to a YouTube channel. I'll just say I went to Travis's channel, and there was a conversation going on. And I just said, "What's the topic?" And I was just in chat. I wasn't really saying anything. I was kind of making some jokes. Then some people showed up and wanted to argue, and I just kind of acted like I didn't know who they were. But anyways, I was in chat. And the top bunk, I guess from his high vantage point, noticed I was there. And noticed that some people that we fucking hang out, that from here were there. And we were all hanging out. So his go-to was, just wait. It's going to happen. It's coming. Just wait. Wait. Just wait. And then someone asked him what's going on. He's like, fact checkers everywhere. And then he kept saying, just wait, just wait. And what he thought was going to happen was that we were going to clip it or take it out of context or attack somebody. But that's what I was doing. I don't command people to go anywhere. I don't ever tell any people to go anywhere. I just fucking hang up. So he said it was a setup, and he's like, somebody's getting set up hard. Just wait. Just wait. And everybody's like, what's going on? It's so cryptic. Top bunk, we love you. What's going on? Tell us. Tell us. Come down from your bunk bed with the peasants. And he kept saying, just wait. Just wait. Just wait. And he was acting so fucking stupid that the mods banned him. Because they didn't think it was really him. The mods banned him. So it was almost like he didn't. He thought we were going to do something, and we didn't. The mods did because they didn't recognize him. His They didn't recognize what he was doing. But it was almost like he kept saying, just wait, just wait, just wait. And the only thing that happened at the end of all that waiting was Jeff got banned. And then he predicted his own death. And then after all that shit happened, he threw a fucking hissy fit on Telegram where somebody said, "Oh, that wasn't the real Jeff." And I was like, "I think it was." Like, I wasn't talking to him, but I think it was. And he's like, I don't know who the fuck you're talking about. His doesn't matter to me. You've asked 14 times who his channel is. Whose? Anyways, he threw a fit on Telegram that said, "Wow, just got blocked on Travis's channel. Stop. Communism is here. Stop. Guess I will not be going there any longer." You misspelled there. Stop. Outstanding. Stop. This David M must be detected. Stop. Don't. And then Travis started saying, "Hey, I'll put you back. It was an accident. They thought it was a fake Jeff B." Because you can really easy. I've never done it, but people have done it to me. I don't think Phil's still on YouTube, but you can look up Phil Godlewski on YouTube. But he's on DLive mostly. He had a YouTube channel he was uploading to after the fact, but I don't know if he still does. Anyways, Travis is like, it's an accident. They thought it was a fake Jeff B, because you can do that. People have done it to me real easy on a live stream because you can't click on anybody's name and go to their channel. So someone thought it was a fake Jeff B, and Travis is like, "I'm sorry, I'll log out and fix it." And then he said, "Don't worry about it, Travis. I'm good. Keep me blocked. They are probably going to destroy this lady next." And by the way, next, we were just hanging out and talking. We were just talking. And then, he uploads later on Rumble, like the next day or some shit, or that night. But there was some lady talking that I wasn't even listening to, and they're probably going to destroy this lady next. It doesn't matter who, in all capitals, blocked me. It just proves a point. Everyone is an expert on everything. I'm sure that lady will end up on the highlight reel. I don't even remember that lady, bud, but your meltdown was spectacular. I won't be back. I tried to go there, misspelled there, to help Travis out. He keeps spelling the there like progressive, like their dog or their house. Anyways, I tried to go there to help Travis out, and about 5 or 6 of them want to bash me and have never met me, so let them go it alone. I feel bad for Travis because he is a good guy from what I can tell. Stop. No one was bashing him whatsoever. No one was talking to him. I didn't respond to him. I was talking to Shane and I guess one of the other people that came to argue, whatever, and then on day 16, I guess, was the person on chat or something. She's been in here before, but on day 16 was the one that was up on the panel. And she said, oh, I hope Jeff B's not mad at me. And he said, on day 16, you did an awesome job. Just your views don't fit some of their narratives. Their viewers' narratives, which actually, for the first time, fucking was the correct use of their viewers' narratives. Stop. And you probably will be on someone's not lot reel. Stop. It's the wrong spell. It's wrong spelling and everything. On day 16, you didn't offend me. You did awesome. Stop. He had a full fucking meltdown of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 messages. Just wait. It's coming. It's a setup. It's a sting operation. They're going to do it. Just wait. Just wait. Just wait. Just wait. Just wait. Just wait. And then he got banned. It was worth the wait, to be honest with you. I was thinking about leaving, but he kept me glued in. Jesus Christ. You can't make it up. Ain't that what they say? You can't make this shit up.
Originally, there were 6. I'm sorry. Originally, there were 5. And then we added a 6th.
Jeff B said, and I'm holding it to it even though he's changed it to midterm for some reason. Jeff B said to hold him to this and call him out, even though this isn't the first time he said it, that if by March Trump wasn't back in office, he was going to personally, publicly call out for Trump and Flynn and all these people spitting on this bullshit to be arrested, charged with treason, and sentenced to death. We'll see.
So there were at one time 6. And then we decided, well, one of us 6 need to be in control of the 5.
I love when someone thinks that they know what I'm going to do because they're almost always wrong. Hell, I'm not even right. When I set out to do some shit, it never works out right. I just end up doing other shit. Just wait. I know what's coming. They got a plan. It's a setup. Yeah. We're going to sit here quietly while we force you to convince the mods that you're not you, so you get banned.
Originally, there were 6.
6.
I'm sorry. Originally, there were 5.
5.
And then we added a 6th. So there were at one time 6.
Nope.
And then we decided, well, one of us 6 need to be in control of the 5. And that ended up being me.
What? Now he's in charge of the boards and the main Anons over there on 8chan, 4chan, 8kun. Now he's in charge of the boards. Did you just hear this, man? There was 5. Then they added 1. Then they said somebody's got to be in charge of all the top Anons. And it was me.
You know, between 2017 and 2018, it was blowing up in 2018. And 2019 came, and then it was just... But throughout 2017, through the end of 2017, and leading into 2018 and all of 2018... It was a very well-oiled machine. So there were 5 plus me. Originally, there were 6. I'm sorry. Originally, there were 5. And then we added a 6th. So there were at one time 6. And then we decided, well, one of us 6 need to be in control of the 5. And that ended up being me.
That's right.
Now, the 5... And that's exactly what we called them, by the way, the 5. You guys didn't know that till just now, but telling you now, I couldn't tell you.
It was a very secret code name we gave them, the 5. Sometimes we would say shit like, do you want 5 with that? The Jackson 5, the fighting, fisting 5s, lots of names, but I couldn't tell you that before.
For months, but now I can.
Are you shitting me? You couldn't say the word 5? You couldn't say the word 5 since you started your videos, but now you can. Thank God you don't do like counting videos for, you know, your future girlfriends in a year or two.
This was part of the content last night, but we'll get into more of that later. There was one that was in charge of the 5, and that happened to be me. The 5
never was it him
across the not just the country but the entire world. So we had an international, that was one of the 5. We had a West Coast, that was one of the 5. We had a North, we had a South, and we had an East Coast. So we literally split up the country. Now,
it just randomly happened so that every one of the 5 was in a different geographical location.
We gerrymandered it a little bit. I don't want to say like, you know, because the North is not as densely populated as, you know, the South or the West.
The North is not as densely populated as the South. The North is not as densely populated as the South. The fucking backwards day ass shit is this?
And we had an East Coast. So we literally split up the country. Now,
I was wondering the same thing, Splash Log. The East Coast is literally within 3 coastal miles of water. That's all you were in charge of. From the tip of Maine to the tip of Florida. And you got the U.S. Virgin Islands, okay? You got the Keys, shit like that.
Gerrymandered it a little bit. I don't want to say like, you know, because the North is not as densely populated as, you know, the South or the...
It would just be the North, the South, and fucking West. And then you could have like the Midwest. There wouldn't be no North, South, and fucking East Coast.
The West is much more populated than the North and so forth. So we gerrymandered it a little bit. So when you hear North, South, East, West, for those 4, it's not just geographically some of the North.
That's what Mariah counts as a full stroke 30 cal gal. But I always tell her it's from tip to base. So when she's like, that was only 8 strokes, I'm like, it's 16, bitch. Each one is a stroke.
Stretches over to the east and vice versa, just depending on population and not only population of the cities.
Thank you for proving my point.
That was in the back of our minds, but we needed to see where our Anons were from, where the following of Anons were actually from, so we could service them, quote unquote, better.
Oh, he's servicing Anons now. He's servicing Anons now. So, I hate to interrupt this, but now I feel like I've left you unprepared. Every man should have a stroke count. And a stroke count is the maximum number of strokes you can put out before you make a mess, okay? And you should know your stroke count. You should probably get your stroke count like sober and drunk, on medication, off medication, recreational drugs, no recreational drugs. Just get a notebook. And what you do is you keep up with that shit. And one short of your stroke count, you just stop and you say something cool. That's it. You go forever. 16, 17. Hey, your eyes are beautiful. And then you got a whole new 17 again.
So we broke up the country. We saw this taking off to a much higher level before it even took off. And we said to ourselves, well, we're going to need somebody that's in charge of the top group. And then we're going to need people under those second group, the 5, under those.
Literally, the only reason that this blew up the way it did was because there wasn't structure to it. Anybody could go out and make a video. Anybody's video could blow up. Anybody could go out And Jordan Sather, I know it was just on the show, but I fucking watched him back in the day. Jordan Sather wasn't a part of a structure. No one told him to do this or do that or shit. He just started making videos about it. Then it blew up. And I'm sure some people that saw him one day started making videos about it. And theirs blew up. It blew up from the beginning with no structure. It got bigger during the pandemic with no fucking structure. It grew out of control after the contest and the pandemic still going on with no fucking structure. Why is he trying to rewrite history to make his shit at the top of the pyramid scheme?
To do certain things, whether you're a baker or whether you're, there's a couple different terms that we use to signify who was what and what their job was. We took this mission very seriously. Very. Almost as if we were in a war and we were plotting out our tactics. We structured that team with military precision. We armed ourselves with the best possible, not only technology, but the most secure algorithms ever written.
Of course. No, you didn't. Literally, HBO went through 4chan and 8chan and fucking started identifying people. Come on. What secure algorithms?
In the history.
Fucking Tucker Carlson's producer got busted on fucking 8chan.
Of the world. You would not, and you still cannot, break into our comms network.
That doesn't exist.
Try. The deep state has tried. They have no idea.
You can still not break into our comms network. It doesn't exist, and I'm not going to tell you what it is. Try to break into it. Try. You cannot prove that I didn't have a device that would kill someone located somewhere on Earth. Try. Prove it. The deep state did. The feds tried. They couldn't. Idiot.
For example, we all know that the mainstream media is totally against Q and they paint this false narrative about what it's all about and all that stuff, right? We know that. We see that. We saw the HBO special where I actually liked the special, but nonetheless, they really want to put a false narrative out there about Q and anybody that follows Q. They want to blame Q on the insurrection and all that crap, right? We know that, right? But why haven't they named Q? I mean, you're talking the deep state, the cabal with all the money, right? Why can't they just figure out who Q is and say, oh, here's Q?
So you're saying that your communication network is just fucking 4chan, 8chan, 8kun? Okay.
Not a secret anymore.
I don't think that's yours. We know the people who own those things.
He's just a guy from Minnesota or whatever, right? They can't. They won't.
It's changed so many times. There's been text analysis, like text, like writing pattern analysis. I don't know why I couldn't say that. It changed when it went to Patriot Soapbox. I'm almost positive. That's when a lot of people fucking left because they really monetized the shit out of it. It's changed a few times, I think. And I'm not even sure that the first person was all one person. They posted from 6 different devices. It could have been all one person's devices. Who knows? But I'm not even sure the first person was always the same person. But lots of people have said that the road leads here. They've pulled IP addresses, but IP addresses can be redirected. Like they can't, if I run my shit through a VPN which is like the most basic shit. I got a sponsorship for one. It's $100 for a year. They can't tell me absolutely for sure that it was me that fucking posted on YouTube and me with my goddamn video on. Get out of here.
We have the most secure network, similar to what the NSA has. I'm not sure why it's similar, but anyway.
Oh, now this is him. This is him building off Jeff's fucking stupid ass endorsement. He's seen it.
So we took this mission very, very seriously. There was a reason why I was anointed, or both, to be the leader of that group of the 5. And I've told you for a long time that I was in a very high position, and none of you, well, not none of you, but a lot of you, called BS on that, and that's fine. You call BS. Yeah. I don't care if you believe me or not.
Still do.
You can believe whatever you want. Everybody has their own opinion, and it's totally okay to have your own opinion. I have no problem if you don't believe a word I'm saying.
Unless he threatens to sue you for some reason, then he does.
But for those of you that do, we're going to continue. So last night, well, dating back to last year, November, election, all this stuff coming out, my identity, my real identity, me, the face that you see here, the name that you know, my identity has always been encoded in some way from the 5. We didn't know who we were personally. We knew each other's voices. We knew each other's anon tags, our screen names, so to speak, to dump down. We knew each other's trip codes. We knew all that. But what we didn't know was who we were, what our background was. We just knew that we trusted each other because of what I'm about to describe next.
Whoa. I just found a post. Now, this is not me selling this. I just found a post just now on Reddit about Phil. I was trying to figure out when someone first started talking about his videos. I just found a post from 7 months ago from a person who claims that they went to high school with Phil. And this is their claim. It's a direct fucking reading this claim from them. I don't know if it's true or not, but I'm going to read it. I went to high school with him. Our senior year, he was dating a 7th grader. I would like to note also, he was actually a year older than most of us. So he was 18 years old before our senior year. A notorious whack job and a pathological liar in school. Someone said, I'd like to hear more. Someone else said, I just started watching his podcast. He kind of creeps me out. Claims to speak more than 5 languages, has an arrogance about him. Some of the stuff he says, I do find interesting, though, regarding the cabal and deep state. Another strange thing is he believes in flat earth. Tell me more about him. Then someone said, this is a different person, said Chris Kelly, a journalist from Scranton Cons, did an article on Pedo-Phil months ago. It seems that Phil doesn't even really believe the garbage he's spewing on a nightly basis, and Phil claims to have a lawsuit against the newspaper. But like everything else, there's no evidence of his claims, no flat earth, no intel. He does not have a Harvard business degree. That's what's hanging back here. He never went to Harvard. Pedo-Phil was fired from his real estate job, and his wife left him for having sex with a minor in the houses he was showing. He simply managed to gain attention of a lot of fearful, gullible people who had hoped for Trump to be reinstated. That's true, and it's sad. Shocking, really. I can't believe that someone just put that. I hope that story, I hope they put that out there is true and not just made it up, you know what I mean? But there's no really way to tell. I'm going to send him a message, but that's about it. He's currently on 4 years probation after spending months in jail. Several of us have been commenting on his live feeds on D Lives, and we often get muted. but his videos get posted to Rumble after the fact, and we have been flooding the comment section about him. Many comments get deleted, but I have been contacted by a lot of Q-tards who are beginning to ask questions. Someone close to me became enthralled with this nonsense during COVID, and she actually started investing in his silver business. He has them convinced that one piece is that silver prices will reach at least $500 an ounce by the end of the year. Silver hit 45 per ounce once in 1980. It is currently at 24 per ounce, so he charges over the most current price and profits as they wait to strike it rich. Damn, that's fucking sad. I would love to talk to that person. If they can show me a fucking yearbook with them both in it, boom, done.
The 5 were not randomly selected. Each of the 5, and this.
Yeah, we know when he went to jail for 30 days.
Where Q comes in.
90 days, whatever, 30 days, whatever it was.
Separate source that goes deep inside of the Q movement. Who Q is, whether Q is 1 person, 5 people, 10 people, 15. Somebody within the Q team, so to speak, is connected to us, to the 5. And me. The odd part about the 5 and those connections is we don't know each other's sources. That is a mystery. I still don't know. And I'm the guy, the dude up here that, you know what I mean? So I don't know who their sources are. But what I do know is that they do have those sources.
This is such bullshit. If anybody fucking believe,
And I was
such
told
bullshit.
by my source that those individuals have those sources. And by the way, just because the 5, the international plus the 4, are in charge of certain sections of the country and internet, that doesn't mean that they live there. That just means that that's where they're in charge of. Some of them do, but others don't. So don't draw that conclusion because there's not a connection of the dots. This all centers around the Q movement. Who is within Q that is able to decimate information to the Anons, even the top Anons, are considered normal people, grassroots individuals that are able to captivate an audience. I'm not the only one. There's at least 2 of the others. You might know all 5 of them. 1 you probably don't. But there's others that are like me. So what happened here was, after this structure was put into place years ago, and we started giving out information and attacking information and encoding information and deciphering information and preparing people, the masses. You guys don't know what a following I had on Twitter. I had a massive following on Twitter. Massive. And they shut that down. So that's when, we transitioned over to the platforms that we're on now. But others, similar to me, the 5, have massive followings as well. Have or had. Some of them don't do it as publicly as I do, like these live streams. Some of them have more of a confined network to hosting boards that are either on the dark web, or some of them are on the regular internet. So that's how the structure goes down. So anyway, let's get back to last night. I had to put that in perspective before I get into the guts of the stuff. So I get into this little Italian place. Food was
we're back to the story. Thank God.
I still don't know who paid for it. I didn't. I would have, but I didn't. And as I walk in, I see 2 of the 5 sitting at the table. And the only 2 that I would have been able to recognize by looking at their face were there. So I think we were brought in a strategic manner, like to the table.
Oh, we were brought in a strategic manner. So they thought, well, one's just coming in because he's a piece of shit. But 2 knows 1, and 3 knows 1 and 2, and 4 will know 3, 2, 1, and 5 will know 4, 3, 2, 1, and 6 will know 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is perfect, guys. Let's do this. Let's bring them in a very specific order.
I think we were brought in a strategic matter so that when the next person walked in, they would recognize who that is, and then suddenly we would know what's going on. So what I think happened was the first person went in, who then knew the second person that was going to join, and then the third person, which was me, I recognized both of them, and then the second person, it was just set up that way. Bizarre. Absolutely bizarre. Now, my mom...
By the way, even on his stupid ass fucking Facebook, he doesn't have Harvard listed because he didn't make up that lie until after he was banned from Facebook. He has studied biology and business at the University of Scranton. That's all. Went to Riverside Junior Senior High School. God, I need to find some people from there. I need to get it quick.
Mind is, at this point of the night, my mind is really racing, right? Because I didn't set this up. We've had meetings before, but very few of them were ever in person, and none of us have ever been together in the same room. I don't even think we were together in the same state, let alone the same restaurant in a in a room. It was highly unusual. So the others walk in. Now we got the 6. We're at the table. And by the way, I never said at any point that we're all males. I know you're all assuming that we are, but I never said that.
Oh, God.
Am I going to tell you who these people are? No, it's not something I could say, but I could tell you the content, most of the content of our conversations. So we sit down, and we're all sort of puzzled because we don't know exactly how this was set up. Because I didn't do it, and none of the rest of them at the table would have even had the, not only authority, but they wouldn't even have had the systems to conduct such a.
By the way, I don't think he's going to get that defamation from the Scranton Times. I don't think he's going to get shit from it. The guy just reported your previous criminal history. What the hell's wrong with you?
Because although we communicate with each other, none of them communicated with me. So this was something beyond us, above us, so to speak, was setting up this meeting. And apparently it was important because this is the first
18, 13, somewhere around there. Yeah, that sounds about right.
So we started talking about, how we actually got to this location. How did we get where we're at? Who invited you? And I said, well, I was invited by, my source. And I have to assume at this point that you guys were too. Now, keep in mind, as I said before, we don't know who each other's sources are. That is a layer of separation so that if one of us ever go down, the others won't. It's not one source. It is literally 6. Or at least we think it's 6. Could some of us have the same source? Possibly, because we don't know who the sources are. But what I could tell you is, could
all this shit he's literally just making up out of his ass. Q posted for himself. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about sources, but Q posted and said that he would put the information out there, and then he said no outside comms. So to say that there were 6 people that were at the just below Q, the top anons, regular people, and they all had 6 different sources, doesn't even fit his story. It doesn't even fit the story of QAnon.
That's also possible. We don't know. But what I could tell you is the information that is disseminated to us by our source or sources
It's Riverside junior, senior high school, and it looks like Taylor in Pennsylvania.
It is coming from somewhere high enough up that it's connected to everything that's going on, but yet low enough to skirt under the radar so that suspicion wouldn't be drawn to a particular source or an individual who is going to be caught as a leak or as a whistleblower or as something along those lines. Think of what's going on here as a whistleblower coming out of a deep part of the government, right?
In 2010, he was 28, so he would have graduated in.
Exposing the lies and the filth and the destruction of America and the destruction of the world, but they're not coming out as a whistleblower. They are a like Deep Throat back in the Nixon administration. We all know now that that was Mark Felt, right? But for how many years we didn't know that that was Mark Felt? He just went through the reporters. He was talking to the reporters. So he was blowing the whistle on what was going on, but no one knew it was him. That's what our sources are. They're blowing the whistle as to what's going on, and we are the reporters. This is just Watergate all over again. This is Mark Felt all over again. And we are the reporters, just like at the Washington Post. So it's amazing how history, to me, it's amazing how history repeats itself. Whistleblowers got such a bad rap when they blow the whistle. Look what happened to Snowden, so to speak. Snowden blows the whistle, and they tell you that he has to fly to Russia to avoid charges of treason. So that whole picture that happened with Snowden and the NSA and you know all the intel.
I can't believe people followed. I mean, I understand. I understand some people have no knowledge of like how information is distributed, how actual agencies work, how seriously people treat agreements to not speak on what they're doing about, how strictly leaks are addressed within three-letter agencies, the military, this and that. But man, you could research some of this shit, right?
So that whistleblowers don't want to actually expose themselves anymore. They don't want the notoriety or the recognition of blowing the whistle on a particular story. But they still want the story to get out. And in this case, it's not just a story. It is worldly events.
That's true, Tracy.
And in this particular case with the Anons and with Q, what you have here is a group of whistleblowers, so to speak, right, that came together and united under one particular mission, and in this particular case, under one particular individual, Donald Trump. I do believe that all of the sources that we have, both myself as well as the five,
he's on DLive.
I do believe that all of our sources
DLive.tv
are in some way connected to the military of the United States. I think that our sources are very, very patriotic. The most, if you think of the word patriotic and just the firm stand.
No, you all have ruined. We can't use that word anymore. You guys ruined it.
That is what the information that's being disseminated to us is. That's what it's about. It's about not going out and attacking the problem with, you know, Timothy McVeigh type bombings or, you know, all of these other people who claim to be patriots and that big government is killing America and all this stuff. So they're going to go out and kill people. Well, that makes no sense. right? Because you're not actually changing anything by doing that. You're just ruining the lives of other people. These people, these particular whistleblowers, these sources that we have are strong-blooded patriots that want what's right for America. And they are willing to put in a bunch of security measures in place and select certain individuals to disseminate this news to the masses. Now, you guys don't know this, but I've been keeping track of the analytics of my channel.
Oh, God.
From the YouTube days, from the Facebook days to the YouTube days to DLive to Rumble, which we're currently on. The number of unique views that I've gotten on all of my videos combined. And now a unique view is a unique visitor, meaning that if you, Apple 13, were viewing this current video and then you go on my Rumble channel later and view a different one, that's not a unique visitor because you've already viewed one of my videos, so you're no longer a unique visitor. My videos alone, just mine.
No, bullshit. It's not fucking cross-platform. You lying piece of shit. Someone watching your video on DLive, if they go later and watch it on Rumble, they would be a unique viewer for DLive and they would list as a unique viewer for Rumble. Why the fuck would DLive share analytics with Rumble or with Facebook or with YouTube or anywhere else? A unique viewer is just someone who clicks on a tracking link for a tracked link for a single view video. So you get unique viewers for each video. So you could have it for your page. Like if you have a page set up, let's say you have a website set up. Someone that comes back to your website, depending on the time code and who's running the analytics, if they come to your website every day, they're not going to be a unique viewer every day. But if you put out a new YouTube video every day and they come to that new video every day, they're going to be a new unique viewer on each one of those fucking videos. And it damn sure don't go across platform. The only thing that these platforms have to make money is their analytics. That's how they make their money, ads. And knowing who you are better than you know who you are. There's no possible way that DLive is going to say, oh, nope, Apple 215 watched over here. Don't count them over there, okay? They don't share cross-platform. Only the big tech does that when you get banned. Dumbass.
A different way, obviously, because I expand and, in terms of whatever. You guys all know that. I've had over 1 million people watch me. 1 million. That blew my mind when I looked at that number the other day. Blew my freaking mind. I couldn't believe it. And that's just the 1 million people that I know are sitting on the other end of their...
Those are not 1 million different people, by the way. He's lying. So he might have had 200,000 on Facebook and 400,000 on YouTube and 200,000 here and 200,000 there. But a lot of those are going to overlap as the same people a lot of times. Even the people who watch me on Facebook, sometimes I see them comment on my YouTube. Sometimes they fucking end up on Odyssey. And those people get counted each time at each site.
Screen and watching me. That doesn't account for the husband and the wife that are both watching me at the same time. Or
oh, yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of couples that this is their foreplay.
Somebody else that's there in the room that is accessing that same account later, the next week, or, a brother or a sister. 1 million. So it finally hit me that, I see what they're doing now because they can't use...
But you didn't blow up until a few months ago after everything fucking happened.
Mainstream media to get this message across, they're all corrupt, right? We know that. Fake news, right? We know that. So they backhand and maneuver to take some certain people that are able to gather a following, a large social media following, and use these social media.
Anybody's able to gather a large social media following. If they sell hopium, they have good audio and video. That's all it takes. We've done the experiment. Yeah, my channel's not big, but when I sling hopium, we have a shit ton of viewers. And I've done it more than once. One time I had fucking fake screenshots from a general who I spoke to and all kinds of shit about what was going on in D.C. We did it that time. We did it with Nasara Gassara. We've done it a bunch of times. When YouTube bans, back when I had the main account, when YouTube banned Scott McKay's accounts, my Scott McKay is a piece of shit video would jump by fucking 500, 1,000, 5,000 fucking views.
Media networks.
Because people found it.
The mainstream media conglomerates. And that's what we are. I am a tool. We are tools to spread the message to the masses. So when people ask, well, why would they give you any information? You're just a peon like me. You just so happen to have a flag on your wall on bricks. Yes, but I also have the ability.
If you're using Google Analytics, by the way, this is just for you guys because I used to do marketing. If you use Google Analytics, Google uses which would be YouTube and Google and Google Ads, AdWord, whatever. Google counts a unique viewer each session. So a unique viewer is unique page views is the number of individual visitors who have looked at your page within a session. Now, a session could have multiple views of a page. It only gets counts once. But a session resets every time you leave the computer for, I don't know how they break it down, to be honest with you. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how they break down the session.
First of all, you have no idea who I am. None. I know you think you know my name, and I know you think you know.
I don't even know if they release how they break down a session. They might. They keep a lot of shit secret.
But
that's how they make money.
Over the last 12 months, deceived all of you. And I don't mean that in terms of the information I'm giving. I mean that in terms of me. So there's still a lot that you don't know that I hope to be able to tell you one day, and I think I will. But as of right now, forget about the topic of me and concentrate on what is happening. So evidently, last week on the 26th, my message was heard loud and clear. And this meeting was apparently in conjunction with that message. And
he's talking about where he called people out and he's like, you got to do something. My people won't leave, but other people will. But I'm a trooper, but you got Q. If you hear me, got to do something now.
I think those that are at the top, those sources that we have.
It says on this side, this is actually from support.google.com. By default, a session lasts 30 minutes of lasts until there's at least 30 minutes of inactivity. So every day, if he's using Google Analytics, every day it's counting those people as a unique viewer because everybody takes a 30-minute break in a day. No fucking way. He's got 1 million people watching him.
Started to get a little worried that their team at the top, so to speak, that's out of the public eye, not the Roger Stones and the Clay Clarks and the Mike Lindell and Kaylee McInerney, not any of them. Those people are, everybody knows those people, right? They're in the news all the time. But the sub-team, the team below those public figures, when I say they, our sources started to get worried that the sub-team maybe started to lose a little bit of faith. Now, I never lost faith. I've even after my October 26th video, it's only on Rumble now, but you can go watch it, the arrest video. I've never lost faith. Even in that video, many of you say, oh, it sounds like you're losing faith. No, I know how this is going to end. My problem that I had last week when I was making that video, and I made so apparent in the video, was not so much that I was losing faith. It was just that when we are told something will happen in a certain time, it needs to happen in that time. If you're not going to tell us the time, fine. Don't tell us the time.
Oh, no, unwoke.
No one will care.
So neener.
And then have that time changed. Don't do that. Because that's what gets not only me aggravated, but it's what gets people that listen to me to say, this
Mark moved the goalpost. I told what's her name that was in here, and I told her to promise to come back. They're saying it's midnight tonight is when they're coming out. That's what That's what what's his name said. ML, Marco Castor or whatever his name is.
This guy.
His real name.
And the last thing that we want to happen is that sub team below the main big names in lights that go on newscasts, right? The last thing you want is any of that sub team to show any impropriety or lack of faith. And if that lack of faith comes out of our mouth and the tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people, millions of people that we have reached to, if that spreads to them, people are going to, this whole movement is going to have the opposite effect of what has been intended. Let's get into the content a little bit of last
No
episode.
content.
So as we sat down, after we all sat down, I want you to think of you and a group of 4 or 5 of your friends going out to dinner, whether it's a couple's night or your family or whatever. You sit down at dinner, the waiter comes over, asks what you want to drink, right? And
Look, I'm not a religious person, but that's something politicians do. No politician's religious, but they're trying to make Joe out to be a good Catholic. Trump didn't have nothing to do with fucking Christianity or the Bible or anything else, but they always had him with a Bible and saying, I'm putting prayer back at school and showing up at churches and people predicting and all that shit. That shit, no politician's religious. They wouldn't be at that level if they were fucking good people. They're just not. I wish like hell I could run. I don't want to win. I just want to document all the bullshit that goes on. I wish like hell I could run for some type of federal office just to document it, full and well knowing I'm going to lose, just to show everything that happens in an election like that.
And usually right after he asks what you want to drink,
Thanks, Thunder.
menu at the same time, or the menus are already on the table. In this case, the menus were not on the table, so he did give us menus. After he took our drink order, which I found it funny, all of us got water. I don't know if that was, but anyway. In the menu, just a tiny little index.
So weird people who think they're good at lying will make up little shit like that to act like they got distracted by a little moment, and then hoping people will say, how would he remember why would he even bring that up if it was a lie? Because he's trying to convince you that it wasn't a lie. Well, I remember in that moment, I just found it weird that we were all wearing, T-shirts. We were at a wedding. Anyways, that's when the bridesmaid screamed, I'm a lesbian and I'm in love with the bride. And they ran away real quick and then I found it strange that they got into a pickup truck. It's kind of a traditional lesbian vehicle, but whatever.
Card.
Stupid
No
shit.
lines on it, but just a blank index card that said one word. And
I can't even afford to run.
It's
way too. Most people can't afford to run. I'm not saying I'm poor or anything. Most people can't afford it.
There were literally no other instructions as to what this meeting was about. Someone, the powers that be, so to speak, wanted us to talk amongst ourselves. And it took us a little while to figure out what the hell talk meant, because obviously we're talking. But as we started talking more, I think all of us got the same vibe that 2 needed to know what 1 knew. And
that nothing's happening.
To know what 1 knew. And 1 needed to know something that he didn't know that 3 knew.
Shut up.
All this information started.
Anybody else hate this guy yet?
Piecing together. I can actually say that I learned more last night than I've learned in the last 12 months. And now I completely, it's so much bigger than me, guys. It's so much bigger. It's so much bigger than, it's so much.
By the way, game update, if you guys are watching on game night, over on Cold Brick Creations, I got 2 people in person to play 2 of the bad guys for the gallows scene, which is where we're starting at when we come back. When we come back to game night, I got 2 people playing 2 of the enemies, so that'll be cool.
Much bigger than anyone here could actually comprehend. The way that they have this structured, the Patriots that are in control, That group is so I can't even fathom the amount of precision that has been put into this movement. This is bigger than anything that any of us have ever been a part of. This is bigger than any world war that has ever happened. This is bigger than any, any sort of debacle that has ever happened over the entire history of our race. This is so well put together, and I don't think I knew it until last night when... Sorry, I had to plug my mouse in. I don't think I knew it till last night when I started hearing things from these others that I didn't even know. And the reason that I didn't know is because the top group didn't want us to know it in that way. Because if one individual person knew all of the intel, that one person, if they go rogue, for example, could expose the entire thing. So...
Sorry.
It turned out I knew a little bit more than the rest of them did at the table. Not only...
Oh, of course you did. Of course you did.
Still knew more that I didn't know. That now that I know it, things...
Turns out we were all equals there, and that's the reason we were there together, and everything was equal, and everybody was the same. But I knew just a little more than everybody else.
Believe it or not, a lot of things for me were making sense, but not necessarily fitting together. There's a difference to me between fitting together and being completely smooth and just having some semblance of truth and sense. I hope that makes sense. But now everything fits together. There's nothing that... Last night was an epiphany. Not only for me, but for everybody else. And I've never had more faith in what...
I hate this so much.
What is about to happen. And
no, he just got bitch-ass earlobes.
This unusual, first-of-its-kind warfare. Some of the content, the stuff that I could talk about. I now know why, beyond the shadow of a doubt, instead of speculation, I now know why we have not seen Nasera get rolled out yet. Information from 4 was...
4. He's going to call them all by numbers.
Tied into the rest of our information that we had at the table, and now it makes perfect sense. Nasera is a thing. Nasera is happening.
Mm-hmm. When? Where?
No one's changing that. But there were aspects of Nasera. You guys have to understand something. Everybody thinks Nasera, and they think, oh, my mortgage is going to be forgiven. Oh, my car loans, my student loans, everything, no credit card debt, I'm going to wash up all my debt. Yeah, okay. That's one aspect of Nasera. That actually is a very small aspect of Nasera. Do you know?
Hey, Beer Man. Miss of Jade bought you 5 6-packs. My IQ point trains as he speaks. I'm not true. I think on my self face. Oh no, you might want to shut it down, Miss of Jade. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Helps keep the show going. By the way, I talked about Game Night a minute ago, but if you guys aren't watching Game Night, we're actually having a lot of fun over there. You should check it out.
You know what another part of Nasera is? The one that everybody just seems to breeze over for some reason. Nasera, or in this case, Jusera with a G, global, ends all worldly, military, aggressive force.
How? How, motherfucker? You don't think world peace has been a topic for other groups? You don't think world peace has been a topic for other groups?
If there's any military around the entire world that is aggressively positioned in another country or at another country or any of that stuff, it ends. And if it doesn't end, then that country isn't included in Jusera.
Oh, no. What's the most aggressive military action country in the world? Us, dumbass.
Jusera is a big, huge global.
We got to democratize everybody.
And now I know the reason. Now I can't tell you the exact reason, but I could tell you that there has been a big something holding this up. But that's getting close to being resolved. And in fact, from what I heard last night, I can't see how it's not resolved, which leads me to think that this is imminent. I think that this is coming, and I think it's coming very, very soon. Now, I know I said that they were going to announce it. I know that. Listen, if you all think that I'm perfect and everything that comes out of my mouth is going to be accurate, whew, you guys are mistaken.
Of course, you can make all the mistakes you want, but it was timing, or you didn't mention something, or you didn't know what 4 had on 3 over 2 and the square root of yourself. But everybody else is wrong. Nope, lying. They don't have my intel. They don't have my guy. My guy knows everything. You can't get like my guy. Me and Jeff fuck pineapples together.
A lot. I know a lot more than you do.
Secret code.
Last night, I realized that maybe I knew 60% of the total information out there, whereas I thought I was closer to 90. That's not how they're handling it. The good news is, as a result of that meeting, we were told today through secure comms.
Sure.
I don't know why I brought that up. But anyway, we were told today that the communication amongst us, the 5 and me, could now continue. It doesn't have to be this covert stuff. So the way that the intel flows to us is going to change slightly, but the sharing of certain intel, certain aspects of intel, is now allowed to be collaborated with, which that makes me very happy, and it should also make you very happy, because we each now have access to more information. We each now have access to each other and almost to each other's sources. Now, I don't have access to their sources. I still don't know who they are, and they don't know who mine are. That is not a thing. That will never happen. I don't think anyone will ever... I don't think that's ever going to be revealed to any of us. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope it does, because it would be cool, but I doubt it. Now, that means that intel that I may not have had before, I now will have. And intel that they may not have had from me, they may now have. So what I think you're going to start seeing on channels like Telegram and, some others. Guys, we have
Mariah says mine tastes like pineapple juice, Happy Piggy. I don't know.
800 viewers right now.
Phil's source is his imagination. Oh, and he went to Harvard with Ezra Cohen Watnick or something.
How's my hair?
Oh my God!
Exercises. Don't worry about it.
I feel like you suck dick for a living. Stop making faces at me.
That's a lot of people. So I'm now nervous. I just peed. Hey, wait in my pants. It's warm. Don't worry about it. I think that the biggest thing that came out of that meeting last night is the fact that we are now more well-rounded when it comes to our reporting, and we have more intel to give. Did a lot of intel come out of that meeting last night that I'm able to tell you tonight, or that the others are able to tell their?
Well, for some reason, mine tastes like tuna salad. Must be because I eat a lot of pussy. I don't know.
Groups, their followings? No.
That's what Mariah tells me.
A lot, but I guess the biggest news and the best thing that happened from that meeting is the fact that the collaboration is now going to continue. I think this is what I started to say before I realized we had 80-some thousand people in here. I think you're going to start seeing on our channels, whether it's on Telegram.
Who is his audience? 12-year-olds? No, that's his top. It's different from the audience.
Some of them still use Facebook. Different forums. You're going to start seeing a lot of the same reporting amongst us, the 5 plus me.
I'll tell you one thing. When I'm down there tossing salad, it doesn't come out tasting like fucking lettuce. I know that much.
And that's a good thing. Because now a consistent message is being put out to...
Not cucumbers, not shit.
Our followers. And everybody is realizing the same things at the same times. Instead of being spoon-fed this from somebody, and then 3 months later, the same guy says that same stuff that was sent 3 months prior, and then you got this one over here talking about JFK, and you got this one over here talking about Sarah.
No problem, 30 cal gal.
Talking about the fence at the White House. That's probably still going to happen, but on a smaller micro level. The macro of it...
Each other's daughters.
I know that you guys know this, especially if you're a longtime follower of me. But usually the things that I report on my channel, on my lives, are copied and then regurgitated through somebody else's mouth. There's people that take my audio, not my face or my video.
Yeah, he said he's got 80,000 people watching, which, to be fair, there's ample evidence that he buys views and manipulates them. And he's always saying, when he's on his live stream, he's always saying, the number you see isn't the real number because that's manipulated because that doesn't include these people. I see a bigger number over here, trust me.
Just my voice on my lives and put it over a still image and run it on their YouTube channel. So how many people am I actually reaching with my voice? What, tens of millions? I have no idea. But you're going to start seeing that has been happening to me for months now. And I'm fine with that. You can share all my stuff, whatever you want. Share it. Doesn't matter to me. You're another truther that's listening to me out there. Share my stuff. Go right ahead. Buffering. Carrie said my hair is beautiful. Thank you. Do you really want to see my real hair? Something weird's going on in this vector right up here. Over here hurts real bad. Whoops, where is it? Over here hurts bad, probably because of the hat. Yeah.
Why is your hat hurting your head?
So now that I lost 80,000 viewers on the live because I showed my hair, guys, I didn't sleep. I mean, I was literally up all night. We were probably at that place.
Is it midnight yet? It's getting close, boys. Somebody got a live feed downtown of Dealey Plaza.
Got back. I probably got back here maybe 5, 6 in the morning. Tried to go back to sleep, but I got on Telegram, started going all bananas with the keyboard. So Nacera is one thing that came out of last night's meeting. The other thing that I could tell you about is in regards to Trump and the reinstatement of Donald Trump. This isn't about the audits. The audit.
But Jeff from the top bunk, who vouched for you, said that he had to hop on a C-17, then it changed to a C-130, 20 minutes later. And he rattled his teeth out and has hurt his back because he was securing ballots to take them to secure locations, military bases, to be locked away because the audits were over and now they were going to reveal everything weeks ago.
It's
weird.
For the public.
Then now it's not about the audits.
Just another show.
Damn it.
Just like all the lawsuits and everything were when Rudy and Jenna Ellis were going around, going in front of the audits. I remember talking about a few months ago that I think the path to Trump's return is through the audits, is let's keep our eyes on Maricopa, why did Q mention Maricopa and all that stuff. That was a lot of it. Again, when it comes to just my source, I was kind of being pushed that way a little bit, but now I know why I was. Because what I do in speaking to you guys and what those other 5 do in speaking to their people is I brace you.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the time zones. I'm on East Coast. I'm on East Coast midnight. You're right.
For a possible eventuality. Okay? A possible eventuality. And I'm being given that information to do that. I'm being given that directive to do that. My directive is, talk about this.
Night of the Living Dead.
We need to
Shaun of the Dead would be funnier.
Much how I get it, right? And it comes through securely. It comes through, it's not going to come through my phone. It's not going to come through my email. It comes through securely.
If it doesn't come through his phone, it doesn't come through his email. I mean, I guess online something. The boards, the Telegram boards of the Frog News Network, Coon. Somebody.
But after last night, now I know that the paths
it's holding the shit in
reinstatement are various. There are so many different ways that this could happen.
There's basically 0 ways. There may be one super long. There may be 2 super long shot ways. One is a hostile takeover that would lead directly into a dictatorship, and 2 would be undeniable evidence that there was a massive setup from the start, not accidental, on purpose, set up, and that there was no possible chance that anything different could have happened. And maybe I don't know who would even have to get involved. I mean, it's gray area past that. There's not even people that fucking discuss it. You know what I mean? It's never fucking happened. The inauguration is the be all end all. That's it. There was an inauguration, done.
And it's not going to be the audits. The audits are to show the public that there was fraud.
And he's saying that's not it. So good luck.
To be rolled out. Even after Trump comes back, there's still going to be more information coming out from states about the fraudulent election. And after Trump comes back and after this information continues to be rolled out, the MSM, yes, that MSM, the fake news media, is actually going to start reporting on the fraud too. That was another thing that came out of last night. I wouldn't expect to see that on your TV tomorrow, but after Trump is reinstated, you are going to see strategic MSM outlets starting to fall into line with that narrative. Now, it started obviously slow, but after Trump is reinstated, you are going to see strategic MSM outlets starting to fall into line with that narrative. Now, it started obviously slow, but this was all part of their plan. I can't even begin to articulate how strategic
and my ears hurting
of a plan this is, how precise and how well crafted this has become. A couple things that we didn't get to last night. Time. None of us seem to know a definitive timeline as to when this is.
I'm telling you, self-harm weekend was never for the deep state. It was for the Trump supporters who went too far, who believed too much, who got too invested, who destroyed their support system, who gave up their family, who divorced their husbands, who don't talk to their sisters, who left their friends groups. That's what self-harm weekend is about.
This is going to happen. We did talk about Red October, but unfortunately, and I know you're going to hate me for this, unfortunately, that is not something that I could discuss. What I could say is this. Now moving on to another topic.
There was no Red October. This is his statement on what the fuck happened to Red October. You told us that it was going to be public, that there's going to be information exposed, the big arrests were happening, all of it public. They were going to talk about the contest, everything that happened in November, Trump was coming to light, everything. And it was going to be public. What I can say this about it, smiling like a
What I could say is this. Now moving on to another topic. This is the last topic I'm going to do before we get into an Ask and Answer. And I'll explain what Ask and Answer is. We only did this once before, but I'll explain what Ask and Answer is when I'm done with this. The last thing that I wanted to talk about was a lot of people seem to... Let me just make sure I'm articulating this the correct way. A lot of people seem to think that let me put it a different way because I think it'll be...
Dear God, just fucking say it, dude. Did anybody notice I have a different camera, by the way? It's actually lower quality, but I figured it'd be easier on the computer.
There are a lot
it's up to you.
Distrustful sources out there than even I thought.
You guys are following a man that wasn't even legally allowed to hand out candy on Halloween.
And one thing that we said last night that we left with was that we're not going to mention who they are. But, guys, some people that you trust really can't be trusted on the level that you do trust them. And I think a lot of people who have been following those people for a very long time are going to be extremely disappointed. And cognitive dissonance might even kick in to the point where you don't believe it. I couldn't believe it. It was very disappointing to see.
Yeah, it's just a webcam. Typically, I'm running a GoPro in 4K, and I have to convert it, and it plugged into the computer, and that has to be processed and stuff, and it takes a lot of power from the computer. But here recently, I've been trying to set up a camera for game night, and I would rather you guys see the board, which is going to be big. If we use a physical board, we might have to switch to a digital online board because I can't figure it out yet. But if I'm able to figure it out, I'd rather you be able to see the board better than see me better because I'm just real little and the board's a major part of the screen. So it's just a webcam, like a cheap like $29 webcam, $25, something like that.
That's it here.
Kind of blurry.
But we need to, at this point, as we go forward and as we come to the end of this thing, which we're coming to.
But my camera's so small, I don't know.
We need to use a lot of discernment.
If it even makes a difference.
To a truther. Stop just taking what everybody says as gospel. And me included. If there's one thing I learned last night, it was that the other side, the opposition, the
on print captured. Thank God.
Now they realized it late, but they did realize that what game we were playing.
Pedo-Phil.
In terms of the grassroots dissemination campaign to the masses. They realized what game we were playing, and yeah, we got ahead. We started it first. We got our followings, but then they realized, well, we could do that too. Let's just
No, you've just recently gotten this big following. When everybody, for some reason, picked up on your stupid-ass symposium video and started sharing it like fucking crazy. You had a video go viral, dumbass.
And that one there, and that one there, just like they did. And that's fine. You could successfully do that. But you're never really going to have the traction that we had because of the manner and the way, and not only that, but the truth that we're putting out versus their baloney that they're putting out. That's always, then again, maybe it's not. But to me, I could read through the bullshit reporting, right?
I don't think you can, or you would have a more convincing show yourself.
I know it's bullshit, but I know what I know. But then I wonder if not everybody
should have known lower definition. That's right.
Yeah, I got 80-some thousand here, but what 80,000 don't I have, right? Are they listening to those plants? That's why Q told us not every anon is authentic, and that we have rooted some out over the years. But there are people that you trust, that you follow, that you shouldn't, because they are literally plants. They are feeding you incorrect, inaccurate, purposeful disinformation and lies. You've seen what some of them have done to me, right? They try to write an article and post a link all over the place, and he's bad because of this, and he's bad. They don't even know my name.
Your name is Phil. Who doesn't know your name?
These
it's the name of your channel.
Prophets, these false truthers, if you want to call them, whatever you want to call them. They have gained some popularity. They don't have the following that, we have, but we've also been doing this longer. You got to watch.
He keeps lying about how long he's been doing this, by the way.
And say, don't follow this list or do follow this list. But I can't. I can't do that. And here's why I can't do that. Because
how would you ever learn?
Then they're going to know. The other side is going to know that we know who they are. We can't reveal that we know.
That makes perfect sense right there.
It's not something that
I didn't even think about that.
We want to make it seem like
I hate this guy so much.
We're dumb, but we're not.
You're trying awful hard, huh?
To be very careful with who they're following and who they're watching, because there is a bunch, and way more than I thought, of people that are in front of this microphone that are talking to you on a regular basis that have been bought and paid for, and they are telling you things to get you to become complacent with where we are. maybe to even have you looking down the road to, you know, the midterms or to 24 and it's just all a plan.
They're plants.
To take your focus off what's actually happening.
Yep, I'm a plant. I'm being paid. I'm a shill.
That really burns my soul. And I wish we could out them, but we can't. So I need you guys to be very careful going forward. And I need you to spread that.
Only listen to me.
Others that are, we're over 100,000.
People are so fucking brainwashed.
Over
Over 100,000. It's because you lied about going to New York. You knew this fucking would happen. Dude, you knew this would happen.
I think
don't act surprised now.
Is loud and clear to them. Because if you see conflicting information from me and from someone else, perhaps that means something. Perhaps that means you're on to one of the ones.
Yep. If they don't agree with me, clearly.
You know, I listened to some of them for a little while. I knew they weren't Anons or anything like that. I knew they didn't have the backing that maybe I had and my team had, but very disappointing. And I think a lot of you are going to be disappointed.
His team is that snaggletooth bitch he found after his wife left him, by the way.
But the truth will come out. They'll be exposed. And
that's a koi pond he's got tattooed on him, I think.
Legally or anything like that, because at the end of the day, anybody could get in front of a microphone and say whatever they want, right? But it's really a shame what they're doing to this country, and I wish they'd stop. But they've already been bought and paid for, so they're not going to stop. They now have a job, and their job is disinformation. It's really a shame. All right, so that is the most that I could talk about. I actually wrote stuff down. That is the most that I could talk about.
He's off probation now, I'm pretty sure.
Tidbits of what happened in that meeting that I would like to reveal, but I cannot.
Because his ankle monitor was gone. He turned it in the other day.
There's nothing to see here yet. Now we're going to get into an ask and answer session. So what this is, it's different from a Q&A, and it's different.
What was that stupid shit at the end?
Yet. Stop. They now have a job. And their job is disinformation. It's really a shame. All right, so that is the most that I could talk about. I actually wrote stuff down. That is the most that I could talk about for what happened last night. There are much more interesting tidbits of what happened in that meeting that I would like to reveal, but I cannot yet.
Keep watching, though. You'll get more. Keep watching.
Yeah.
Just wait. You'll get it.
Now we're going to get into an ask and answer session. So what this is, it's different from a Q&A, and it's different from rapid fire. Rapid fire was yes or no questions. Question and answer is I'll read an entire question and give an answer on that. Ask and answer is kind of like a hybrid. Ask and answer is where you, the commenter in the D-Live chat, by the way, if you're on Rumble right now watching, this is a replay. If you're on Rumble, this is not live. This is a replay. So don't ask a question in the Rumble comments because I'm not going to answer it because I'm not live. You know, I'm live on D-Live. D is
what was that? What's that anime girl voice?
TV.
Sexy.
Television. DLive.tv/Phil Godleski. That is my channel where I do my lives. Everybody asks all the time in the comment section at Rumble, and no one really listens to this portion of the video, so they can't find their way to D-Live. It's upsetting. Anyway, ask and answer is where you, the commenter on the channel on D-Live right now, are going to give me, you're going to say something like, talk about this, talk about medbeds, talk about crypto, talk about Nasera, talk about this, or phrase it in such a way that it's not a specific question, but more of a
talk about medbeds
umbrella. And I will tell you what I know about what's under that umbrella, the most that I could possibly tell you in a completely truthful and honest manner, as well as I'll tell you if I don't know certain things about it too. Okay? Subs only, by the way.
All right, I'm not watching his stupid question and answer thing. That's his new grift. He got called to New York for an urgent meeting. He plays the social media game smart. I mean, he's lying through his fucking teeth, but he plays the social media game smart. I just got called to New York. It's the last day of Red October, blah, blah, blah. Then he comes back and says, oh, well, it's going to be another 30 days at least, but it's going to be real interesting. I mean, he played it smart. He's got his fucking numbers up and shit. He's a lying piece of shit. He was convicted of corruption of a minor in a plea deal to plead down the charge of him having a sexual relationship with a 15-year-old thousands of messages, a lot of them sexually explicit, were found and noted in the police report. So yeah, he's a piece of shit. Other than that, guys, thank you for the donations tonight. I'm out. If JFK Jr. shows up with his mom and dad and Trump and Dallas, Texas, don't let me know. No, let me know. Yeah, let me know. We'll come back live, figure something out. What I'm really concerned about is if JFK Sr. if JFK Sr. is coming back and he is going to be in Dealey Plaza, and we know that people aren't really dead and people are coming back to life and shit. What if Lee Harvey Oswald also came back to life and he's just hanging out in the book repository, cleaning his rifle, waiting on it? Anyways, we'll see you on the next one, guys. Everybody have a good night. Or that Cessna that JFK Jr. couldn't fucking fly. What if that son of a bitch just crashes into both of them? Jesus. Who knows? See you guys. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope everybody has a good night. I wanted to give a good update on Phil. That's what we said for most of his videos. We had some other funny videos, some funny times. I'm gonna play the Nino thing again, and then I'm out of here. This is our latest from BT. Thank you to BT and Groyper. BT and Jay Reese for the music, Groyper and Raina for the artwork. They always help me out. I'm not good at any of that, so thank you guys. I appreciate that. Let's see if Nino can blow it, and then we'll get out of here. Oh yeah, and special shout out to Chahurston and Roseanne. That was the funniest shit I've seen in a long time. Besides Jeff B predicting his own banning.
Welcome to Nino Circus. I'm here to help out. This isn't easy. What else would you be doing right?
Being cheesy.
Got some snake oil to sell you and bite people and touch you. It's not easy. It's become a job. Oh boy. All right. Take it up the ass. I don't mind it. Fuck you in the ass. Boom, boom, boom. Just hammering. We're taking it in the ass. Of course it was against their wishes. Ooh. Coming at you live from the apocalypse, folks. Oh, yeah. What are you doing? I'm bored out of my fucking mind. Oh, you made a mistake? Fuck you. What's going on? We're fucked. Wake up! I get worked up. Sir, your master. I'm a little excited. Drooling on myself. That's what makes it so hard. I don't know when it's coming, but I keep coming. So much is coming. Really soon. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
That was a surprise. When he didn't know his stroke number, he just said something cool.
All right. Now I got that out of the way. Now I know why I quit alcohol.
I'll leave you with another one from BT. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Everybody have a good night. We're back. Be back for game night on Friday. Shows all week. As long as my ear doesn't explode or rupture or whatever's going on there. And we'll see you on the next one. Have a good night, guys. BT's the man.
Things are happening, and we're getting close, okay? Things are happening, and we're getting close, Things are happening, and we're getting close. close. Okay? Things are happening. Getting close. Getting close. Getting close.
Something is not right here, guys. Pedo Joe showing his behind,
Which you can't do. It's confirmation of what we've heard.
the ELECTION to the FRAUD.
Got the.
Thank you, Miss Mo.
But things are happening. And we're getting close. Okay? Things are happening. And we're getting close. Getting close. Things are happening. And we're getting close. Okay? Things are happening. Getting close. Getting close. Getting close.
Lots of stuff's going on. Everything is
Go
coming
watch this
together.
video by
This is just
the
domino,
Alethea Project.
first domino
Tap.
to start falling. I believe that. We're going to find out. Don't take my word for it. Look into it. You'll see.
Things are happening. And we're getting close. Okay? Things are happening. And we're getting close. Getting close. Things are happening. And we're getting close. Okay? Things are happening. Getting close. Getting close. Getting close.
Quit listening to the mainstream media because they're liars. They are liars. That's what liars do. They lie. They're liars. They're liars. I can't believe they would lie. You might say, okay, Brad, well, what's going to happen now? Well, I don't know.
I don't know. I think we all know that. We all know that. We all know that. We all know that.
Shout out one last time to BT. Thank you guys. Everybody, have a good night. Thank you for all the donations. We really do appreciate them. Put them to good use. I'm not remodeling bathrooms or nothing like that. I'm fucking streaming from a van, living in a camper. So I do appreciate every donation that comes in. Thank you guys. Everybody have a good night.